I'm gonna turn my light on.
You know what I'm saying? The button has been pressed. Let's get to the intro.
The ancestors of my steel snap.
Mbaku didn't like the raisins and the potato salad.
LA people have been on fire.
How do you know that if you couldn't, you wouldn't fuck Kim Kardashian? How do you know that you wouldn't rush the stage with a Hennessy bottle when Taylor Swift wins over Beyonce?
You niggas in trouble.
Yo, D Smith, what up, man? What's good,
What
bro?
up? How you doing?
We good, bro. Look, man, right from the top, man. You know what I'm saying? The summer is officially over with, bro. I know I said it before. Middle of August, shit is done. It's over with. So we going this summer off right with some good quality conversation here, man. A couple talking points right off the bat, right out the gate. Got some shit to get off here, bro.
Oh, go.
All right, so we good?
Yeah. I'm just
all right.
adjusting my seat.
All right, man. So as of this month, this week, I'm not sure what the exact birth date is or what the exact inception date, whatever you want to call it, but all over the algorithm right now, on local news, YouTube, all of that. The
Sprite commercials.
The 50th anniversary of hip hop, right? There's a couple thoughts that I have here. Before I get into my kind of promo here, bro, what are your thoughts on the branding of the 50th anniversary of hip hop? And what does that mean to you? What does hip hop mean to you, D Smith?
Ooh. Means fight the power. Bebops, breakdancing, loudspeakers, tagging, sneakers, strong message, street culture as a whole comes from it. You know, it's something that we built and we don't control entirely, but we control enough that we're influential in the sense. And I'm looking for another 365 years of it.
Okay. So for me, just trying to put all of this together here, right? What was your introduction to hip hop?
Ain't nothing but a G thing. Because that came out the year before I was born, and that's probably the oldest one I can recall hearing.
Okay.
Besides that, Biggie and Tupac. Okay. No. Tupac. Didn't hear Biggie for like 2 more years after he had died, probably. Or I only heard a little bit of him because, you know, I live on the West Coast. And so we didn't fuck with, we were told during that time period, we didn't fuck with Biggie. But just that, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest. I didn't know it would be that big of a deal until I got older with Tribe Called Quest. Run DMC. And when I was really young, I used to think they were kind of somewhat corny, but as I got a little bit in my teen years and older, I started to respect them more. LL Cool J, because my mom loved LL Cool J and played that shit way too damn much.
Superstar, the first hip hop superstar.
I say Pretty Boy, first Pretty Boy superstar. The first one to have that the charm and looks. Everybody before that was just players. But yeah, those are like at least my earliest memories.
Okay. All right. So I got mixed feelings about this here, right? Because on one end of it, there comes an acknowledgement that and I could be wrong in this. I could be short-sighted in this take that I have, but I feel that hip hop as a genre of music, there's two different. We got to make a separation now. Hip hop as a culture and hip hop as a genre of music. Is there a separation?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if there is, oh man, we got Charles in here. Glad my man showed up early.
Hey,
I'm glad
what's up, man?
I'm glad my man showed up early. Charles, what's good, brother?
What's cracking? What's cracking?
All right, right off the top, man. Hip hop 50th anniversary, man. We getting this out of the way early here. So the question that I just asked to D Smith was, is there a separation between hip hop as a genre of music and as a culture, as a pop culture kind of driving force behind everything that goes on? Is there a separation in y'all's opinion?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, where is that separation?
I'll let you go first, Charles.
Man, I've actually always felt like it should be separated between, which is super controversial, but I feel like it should be rap and then the hip hop.
Okay. Even
but wouldn't you say, like, just like in rock and roll, we have different subgenres of our own? I mean, we don't talk about it a lot, and I wish we would, but there are subgenres in like rap and hip hop. There's subgenres. You got trap music.
That's true.
and what else? Trap music, boom bap, trap music,
conscious rap,
conscious rap.
Yeah, battle rap.
Facts.
Flip. I guess because we don't think about it as much, I'm having a hard time.
And
no, you're right.
Actually,
and in some ways, I think that's because in terms of our mainstream music genres, hip hop is still the youngest genre that's there. So anyone who's rapping over an instrumental is going to be lumped into one category. There are no subgenres yet within hip hop. And if there are, we're still in that early stage of separating, okay, this is boom bap, this is conscious rap, this is trap, this is gangster rap, this is underground.
Son of Swing.
We're still in that early stage, even though 50 years is half a century, we're still in that early stage, I think, of making a distinction between different genres of hip hop here. So Charles, I just asked D Smith this question earlier, but like right before you jumped on. So I'm gonna ask you here. What was your first exposure to hip hop? Either as a culture or as a genre of music?
Damn. That's a good question. My first exposure. Damn, it's got to be. I don't know if it counts, but in elementary school they had the the kid-friendly ciphers. That's probably the first one.
The kid-friendly ciphers.
The kid-friendly ciphers. Yeah, I would say, but I didn't really assign it to that. I thought that was just us being us. I didn't really assign it to a culture or anything. But my first rap exposure was probably Get Rich or Die Trying in sixth grade.
That changed the world, bro.
Yeah,
you were in sixth grade.
Yeah,
I think so. Well, whatever the
that was sixth grade.
Yeah, whatever the equivalent, because I was in Nigeria, so whatever the equivalent of, I think it's sixth grade.
Nah, that was sixth grade. We ain't gonna say what year that was, but that was sixth grade.
Yeah, it was sixth grade.
Yeah,
I think it was Get Rich or Die Trying, and obviously that did its thing. That went nuts. You see, that's crazy though. So like, the thong song, right? That's that's R&B.
Yeah.
That's R&B.
That's considered R&B.
Okay, that's R&B. So yeah, so it's got to be Get Rich or Die Trying.
Right.
The appreciation for rap and lyricism, and that came a year later, probably with the Eminem show. That was my first, and I was getting. Cause my sisters used to send me music, and they would send me Backstreet Boys.
Right. They were
Vice
sending.
City. I had Vice City GTA. So there was a rap band on it, and I was like, "Oh, who the fuck is this? Like, what is this?" That was my first introduction to, like, damn, I like the poetry and shit like that. Was M, and then when I got to the States, it was Royce. Oh man, and then so I never experienced. So like when I come here and I really didn't. I didn't know who Kanye was or anything until I got back here. Right. And at that point, I had heard Royce and M, and I'm like, okay, what's special about this guy? So the beats and all that stuff came later for the appreciation of that. So that's my rap hip hop journey, pretty much.
No, cause all right. So I'm bringing this up because the way I feel now is that, like, in the early days. Let's say like in the 90s, for example, D. Smith said his earliest exposure was Nothing But a G Thing by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, right?
Okay.
Like that's reflective of an era in hip hop where in certain circles, everybody was listening to hip hop, but it wasn't accepted by the masses. You know, in 2023, I don't think there's a person who has access to, there's no one who's not plugged in that isn't affected in their daily lives by hip hop. There isn't a single person who is plugged in on one of these devices right here that does not have some kind of exposure or secondhand exposure to the genre of hip hop. And the only thing I'm wondering sometimes is, are they exposed to the genre or are they exposed to the culture? That's where I get a little bit confused at sometimes, right? Because I mean, back in the 90s, you would never have imagined, like, Run DMC had a song called My Adidas and never got a check from Adidas. They were rapping about wearing Adidas and never got paid by Adidas.
Despite them saving their asses.
Right. They were just a group of guys that liked wearing Adidas.
Yeah.
You know? In the 2000s, Nelly and the Saint Lunatics had a song about Air Force Ones and had a video like opening up boxes of Nike Air Force Ones and never got a check.
What were we doing?
And never got a check from Nike, right? But in 2023, you fast forward and Cardi B has her own line of Reebok tennis shoes. You know, Rihanna had a contract with Puma, Jay-Z, G-Unit. Like they had shoe contracts with Reebok and all of that. So it's like if hip hop in its early stages could do that to where we are now, like there's no limit to what this culture can do here. If the whole world in modern culture is dictated off of what's going on in hip hop, bro. And I think 50 years ago, nobody could ever imagine that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it goes a long way here from Will Smith being the first artist to win a Grammy Award to now, you know, nobody can do anything without having to tap in with hip hop urban culture. You know, I have certain, there's a part of me that feels a way about this here, y'all. On one end of it, I get a little bit concerned that when hip hop turns 50, if the local news is giving their own twist on it and you're not seeing people in urban environments showing their appreciation for it, or if it's so commercialized to the point where it's more corporate on the side of culture and is dictating what goes on in the genre, when hip hop turns 100, what does that look like? How far removed from where it started is it going to be when it turns 75 or 80 or one? Who's going to be telling the story of how this genre of music basically influenced the entire world?
Absolutely. It's tough. And that's what I was saying. Like, I feel like as much as it's sticky, I feel like there's got to be some kind of delineation between what Cardi's doing and what Kendrick's doing, what Cole's doing, what
there is. We just don't talk about it as much.
Let's
she has
talk
a
about
rap
it.
Grammy.
We don't talk about it as much as we should.
Well, you
She
said
has a rap Grammy.
who?
Cardi B, doesn't she?
Right.
She has a rap Grammy.
Right.
So like, there's got to be a thing where like that doesn't happen. There's got to be a thing where that doesn't happen. That's absurd. Like, I wouldn't. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation Lauryn Hill, and whatever the hell. What was it? The privacy, whatever Cardi B did.
Invasion
That's
of privacy.
not even the same. They're not even in the same universe.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
Like, there's got to be a separation between rhythm and poetry,
Mhm.
rap, and whatever they're doing.
Right.
I feel like I would give them hip hop, to be honest. I'd give them hip hop, and we keep the battle rap. We keep the good spitters that are talking about our community and that are selling records too. They sold Lauryn Hill sells records, Kendrick sells records, all of them sell records. I would give them hip hop. Y'all can have it, hippity hoppity. You can have it, and we keep but you stay out of rap. Like let them have hip hop, and they stay out of rap.
Okay.
Because
See,
rap is undeniable. No one's like, if it was up to us, Cardi B wouldn't have a rap Grammy. Like that's crazy. Like why would you have a rap Grammy? You feel me? So I've always said that. I've always felt like the real place where it gets messy is in the hip hop place. Like rap is it can be pretty pure. Like we know, like Cardi B's not pulling up to any battle rap location. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know where you have to check in to be respected in rap culture. But hip hop is like, oh well, Doja Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
see, and that's where, to me, this is where it gets even stickier, right? Because for the longest time, it's good and bad that this is the most profitable genre of music here, because anybody can jump in.
mhm.
Anybody can jump in. There's no, and I mean, I know gatekeeping is a term that the internet doesn't like, but there's no gatekeeping when it comes to people getting on instrumentals and rapping.
True.
Anybody can just jump in, and as long as there's a push from a label behind them, they're accepted. There's an element to this genre of music that bothers me, in that the decisions on who's pushed to the forefront is purely dictated by somebody else.
True. But the funny thing is that Cardi B doesn't sell more than the three-headed Drake, Cole, Trent. She doesn't. It's not even close. But the stream culture, 10 billion streams, whatever the hell that is. Wow. If someone just clicked,
right, by accident,
song, it's a stream.
By accident, and
yeah,
and
you know what I'm saying. That's
phone.
a stream. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, if we're talking physical record sales, somebody dropped the same week as Nas just now. Ice Spice. I saw an article that Ice Spice dropped the same week as Nas. Nas sold 180. People went and bought the CD, 180K. But Ice Spice streams 180K. So it's like okay, now we got to call this into question. No, nobody can even tell me an Ice Spice a song. You can't even quote me anything from Ice Spice.
Like, you're not.
You can't quote me a line from Ice Spice.
Right, respectfully.
Punch or whatever. That's it. That's all you got. You can't.
Right.
You can't.
I've never heard of this person until you said it.
But people are going. I need that Nas CD, and they go and get it. That's not just his generation. That's like 180K. That's people. That's like a different amount of people. So it's obvious, like push or not. It's Nas. It's the people that that respect rap culture. Rap culture part is still somewhat respected. It's the hip hop shit that's super muddy. It's super muddy.
It's very muddy, because if we really want to like get into it, every white pop culture phenomenon who made that jump into being a household name dibbled and dabbled with this culture at some point to broaden their fan base. Every one of them did that with a free pass, with impunity, as my older brother likes to say, with impunity. I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to sound like a hater, but you know,
better say it, boy.
He said, "All right, fuck it."
You better say it.
Look, listen. they all had their phase of fucking with us before they jumped on to everything else. Like nigga,
What we
Justin
talking, like Ed
Timberlake
Sheeran
was
and stuff?
beatboxing. What you said?
You talking like Ed Sheeran and them, or who you talking about?
I'm talking like your Justin Bieber's, your Miley Cyrus's, your Katy Perry's. I mean, Timberlake, I'll give him a little bit of a pass because it didn't seem fake with Timberlake. Your
right.
Post Malone's, you know what I'm saying? Your Aaron Carter's, rest in peace. Like Vanilla Ice, Kid Rock.
Ice.
Oh God,
the OG.
Kid Rock. Like I could keep this going here.
You're right. You're right. So
yeah.
And you know what? They could. So, and this is the thing, and I think that part's okay, right? Because it's still ours. Like Katy Perry didn't broaden her black fan base from a hip hop song. You know what I'm saying?
No.
People that fuck with Katy Perry.
But Iggy Azalea, she didn't last long, but she still didn't need to be
that's
there.
That's a just vulture. That's not even. She got nothing else. She went straight into, and she was mimicking a black voice. She don't sound like that.
But the whole point of it is that
like, Mary Poppins.
There were no red flags that went up because of that, though. There were no
I think there was a few. I said there was small fires. There were small.
Man, listen.
You talking about Iggy?
Very small fires.
You want to get into that? Because that's because black folks want to fuck her. That's it. Let's be real.
Charles, you took the words from me though. Exactly. Like the whole point of it was like, yeah, she has a black accent, but you know what I'm saying? She got a fat ass though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But
that's it. That's it. Let's be real. That's what it was.
Yes.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Same thing with Ice Spice.
Right.
No one's listening to her song.
Right.
Who the fuck is that anyway?
Let's not.
That's all my answer is to that. Who the fuck that is anyway?
Let's stay focused. Let's stay focused because we're like, this is a great conversation because you brought up a point in the chat, Charles, and I think what makes Eminem unique in all of that and what gives him his place within this 50-year history of hip hop is that he never pretended that it was his. He wiped his feet. Regardless of how I feel about modern Eminem music, he always wiped his feet at the door.
You'll agree. It's trash. Yeah.
He always wiped his feet at the door.
It was the perfect underdog story. Like he always paid his respects. Even when he would say he was top 5, he was never the top 4 of the top 5. He always put himself last. It was an underdog. He was always, every album was like, he was spitting like he was not, no one's mentioning next to Nas. No one's mentioning him next to, and, you know, sure enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. And it's so funny because I enjoyed M as a young, when I got older, I really started to appreciate more Nas. And it's so funny how, like, I'm like, oh shit, if it was ever my, because if you asked me like 10 years ago, I would have been like, oh yeah, Eminem's the best rapper that's ever touched the mic. Mm-hmm. But as I got older, I was like, oh shit, this is like, there's some shit that were just going over my head. It just like, it took time to get it and longevity. I think Ann will agree, post Encore, he's not been the same. He'll agree with that. He didn't age. For what Nas has done, to age and like not force something, like he's still like 20, like he's in his 30s, and to grow up and like to have a young fan base feel that and his current vibe, that's phenomenal. I don't even think Jay can do that. Nas is like out of here.
No,
Nas is out of here.
I agree.
Listen, I think, man, look, all right, see, because we fuck it. Let's get into that. Let's get into that. Let's get into that because I don't get to talk hip hop too often here. I think Nas probably has the best. There's an argument to be made that in this decade, Nas is probably already the best artist of 2020 to me. From King's Disease 1, 2, and 3,
that's true,
and Magic. I mean, Nas has dropped the album every year since the beginning of this decade. And that's I don't think, there's people who complain about, you know, the beat selection and the way that he's rapping. But to me, I think whatever complaints people had about Nas 20 years ago, he shut that shit down after the first King's Disease.
Yeah.
You know, when he said on King's Disease 1, if niggas want the old Nas, listen to the Clue tapes. That did it for me right there. That sealed it for me right there.
Yeah.
That sealed it for me right there when he said that. If you want the old Nas, go back and listen to his other shit. But like, if you want to hear a man in his 50s or close to 50 telling you why he's one of the greatest artists to ever do this, tune in.
Yeah.
If not,
And it's not even like he's trying to convince you. Like, this is just a fact. I love how he raps. Like, that's just it.
Man.
Like, I'm just the freaking, I'm Rap Jesus. Like, this
Right.
is just, I've been telling you for 5 albums. You should know by now.
right. Like,
I love it.
So to you think Nas is the GOAT? You saying Nas is the GOAT?
If he had not come back with these tapes, I'd probably be. I don't think it's even debatable. He's the most consistent rapper over the last 30 years.
I agree.
He's the most consistent. He's been rapping at a high level consistently, and he has not teetered off and gotten weaker. His flow hasn't. If anything, just sharper. They're articulate. It's just he's too consistent to critique anything you want to critique.
Right.
He's just too consistent. Like, it's you have. There's no one else. The critiques, once you knock him down with the critiques, there's still no one else close.
Man.
Yeah, he's just too consistent, man. If he hadn't come out, I'm like, again? Like, he did it again? Like, these are the kind of albums people put out every 5 years. Like, he's putting out every freaking year.
Right.
So he's just too consistent.
So you said not even Jay.
Not even close. But I've never been a big Jay fan. I'm not a huge Jay fan. I probably have 5 songs of Jay's that I really enjoy.
Oh man,
Song Cry.
Controversial. That's very controversial.
That I really enjoy lyrically. Song Cry. I love Song Cry. What was I saying?
You said Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents, Song Cry. The Evils.
We used to fight for building blocks. Now we fight for blocks with buildings that make a killing. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, he's killing it. Yeah, I don't think it's close. And I think low key, Hov knows it's not close. So I think Hov, like their rivalry is very similar to the these UFC fighters. You guys might know John Jones and
Cormier.
Daniel Cormier. Cormier is jealous of Jones because of his natural ability, right? But Jones is jealous because Cormier has the Olympic. He did everything right, and Jones feel like he never was gonna get that. So like it's like they're brothers straight up. Like they would probably get along, but those two situations are just people that took 2 different paths in life, and like each path is fighting each other. So it's really heavy. And it's the same thing with Nas. Nas is a purist. Hov wanted to be respected like Nas.
Right.
Nas wanted to get paid.
Right.
Like Hov went business. Nas stayed purist. It's the clash of what's better. What's the better route to become a hip hop king?
Right.
And when Jay looks like he won president, we got the best diss of all time, which is Ether. So it's like it's a consistent clash. That who do you want to be? People be like Jay, but do you really want to be Jay? Like you know,
right?
You want to be Nas. You feel me?
Yo, because what did Jay-Z say on Moment of Clarity? It's funny because Eminem produced Moment of Clarity. He said, if it was up to me lyrically, I would be Talib Kweli. You know what I'm saying? Something they want me to rhyme like Common Sense. But I dumbed down my flow just to double my dollars. You criticize Hov, but yet you all yell holla.
Yeah, so, and he has moments like that. Like it's like a taste. But I don't think it comes as natural for him to rap like that, like a Nas. It's effortless for Nas. It's effortless for Nas. He's not trying. Like it's effortless. So I think low key he envies Nas, the respect Nas has. I mean, who wouldn't? Like especially now. Like you know what I'm saying? And he has the hottest girl in the game, right? Everything, but you still want. That's what you want. You feel me? Like nothing will ever be enough when you want that.
That ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. That shit that make your soul burn slow.
Best diss of all time, man. You're the receiving end of it. No matter how much money.
That shit that make your soul burn slow. Oh man.
Nas, man. Crazy.
So with all that being said, though, okay, with hip hop turning 50, I want to say that there's two sides to it that I look at, because everybody listens to hip hop now. Like your whitest middle class person that is removed from everything has songs on their playlist that they ride to, connected to this genre of music. There's more people that have profited off of this genre of music, I think, than anything else. The most commercially, like Nicki Minaj was in Pepsi commercials, dog. Like, you know, there's things that hip hop artists are able to do to launch them into other entertainment platforms that even your other artists from other genres aren't able to do, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the element of it where the corporate side of it is able to dictate what's put out into the music, or at least influence the artist in the things that they're doing? How you feel about that?
Man, I mean, shoot. It's annoying. But I feel like unlike other entertainment sectors, the music ends up eventually shining through all the BS. So how many one hits we got?
A lot.
Panda. I can blow up in Atlanta. That man thought he was gonna be set.
Designer was out of there within a year.
Yeah, he was in and out, and it's so much faster now. So much faster. Titty Boy, he came back twice. he one hit wonder twice, bro. All gold in my chain.
God, I was about to mention that Trinidad was out of. He was
so many. There should be a 40 hits, one hit wonders. I want to see that.
Oh man, 2013
one hit wonders.
Yo,
I want to see that.
Yo, 2013, you couldn't go nowhere without hearing that.
Everywhere.
At least on the playlist at least 2-3 times, bro. That shit was so bad, bro. But everybody popped the Miley, I'm sweating. Woo! I didn't even know what the fuck Molly was, bro.
Me neither, bro.
I had no idea.
Oh man,
I had no clue what that shit was, bro.
Yeah.
Like on one end, it's dope that like somebody can pop in and then, you know, but I don't know. Like I feel like back in the day, there was more. You had to put out that album in order to be solidified. You had to put out a quality album in order for whatever it was you was doing to really.
You might recall someone started this little trend.
Oh yeah, Illmatic. Illmatic.
The one hit, the radio record.
Which one? Which one?
Who's the other coin of Illmatic? Who's the other side of that coin?
The other side of the coin?
Uh-huh. Who's the other side? Who's the other side of Nas?
I mean,
Jay started that, bro. Jay started that shit.
No, you're right.
It was Jay that started that shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This is his fault. It's his fault.
Jay-Z was good for having. He had one song off of every album. That was getting them spins on the radio and getting that play on the networks. That's a fact.
He started it. He started it, bro.
That's a fact, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you? Okay, because I think. Let me know if I'm wrong in what I'm gonna say here, because this is kind of controversial. I'm glad we get to talk a little bit of hip hop here.
Oh, for sure. Me too.
I feel that Wayne is underrated and overrated at the same time.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. So I came. So let's talk about what happened. 98 was definitely DMX. Was it 97? Was it 98 or 97?
No, that was 98. That was 98. Yep.
And then 99, was it M? Was that 2001?
I mean,
M kind of ran those 3 years, 99 to 2001.
99 was M, 2000 was M and Nelly.
Nelly. That's right. Nelly.
2000 was M and Nelly. 01
was
like
50.
01 was M and J. G Unit was like 03 and 04.
03. Okay. So what I think happened is those spitters that were like 98 was X, M was 99. It stopped after M. And then it became like trends and
the shiny suit bullshit.
The shiny suit, the gimmick. The gimmick era started after M, I think.
I agree with that. I agree because Nelly jumped right into it. He dove head first into that.
He was there. The gangster era started. Kanye came through. The polos, and then there was a vacuum. And our boy slid in, Wayne.
Yeah.
He just flooded the market with mixtapes. All you were hearing, M was out, Proof had died.
Yep.
I don't even know if Nas rapping right now. I don't know what was going on.
Nas was rapping, but like the game shifted towards the mixtapes. Nas was never a mixtape artist.
You're right.
All right, D Smith is back.
Yeah, so I think Wayne slid in there, and it was more of a hard worker gets the coin, I guess, or whatever. And there was just nobody that had as much stuff out. It was just Wayne.
I agree, because by that point, when Wayne said he was the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, he'd already put out like 5 albums up to the point. He already had a good 4 or 5 albums before the mixtape run.
Yeah.
So there was a catalog people could go back to, but there was also like current shit where Wayne is just on other rappers' instrumentals
everywhere,
just burning shit down.
Where he flooded the market, like just everything. Wayne, oh my god, top to bottom. Oh, a million records. I'm sure Birdman bought a few, but whatever. A million records. Man, he was everywhere, and I'm like, he's good, but like, there's something like, he's very good, underrated. I think that, and I think again, another thing is, and I think these guys got robbed of that. The situation, right? Mm-hmm. So the situation being like when M came up and when Nas came up, where there's this camaraderie and you have to battle. That shit kind of died. Yes, like in that G Unit era, because they took it too seriously. Everyone was getting shot.
They took it too seriously, but then at the same time, there were so many fakes.
There were so many fakes.
They were trying so hard to be hard.
They were trying to be hard, and that whole era, everybody was trying to be fake too.
And then all of a sudden, wait.
Yeah, bro. And then so that gangster era came in, and then Kanye came in with which was like a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
And then Wayne slid in, flooded the market. And there were no spitters really. Welcome back, bros.
Oh
there were no spitters when Wayne slid in, and I think what happened, because when that new era came in, 08, 09, Wayne was gone, y'all.
Yo, so
Wayne fell off hard.
Okay, so one thing I want to say here, like the biggest thing with Wayne that separated him, because there's all these other artists right now, they were influenced by Wayne. Like
Absolutely.
Wayne is their Tupac. Which is crazy to say that, which is insane.
That is crazy.
Which is wild. But the difference between Wayne and the rappers he influenced is Wayne was a hip-hop purist. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the difference. He had an appreciation. You listen to his raps, he makes reference to all the greats. He'll quote a Biggie line, on the shit. He was on that song with Chris Brown. He said, I'm gonna keep my tool on. I learned that from a Biggie song. On to a new one. Like most people don't know that Biggie was like, I got a story to tell. Is the story of Biggie, making a move, right?
Yeah.
He on I think it was either on Dr. Carter. He said you can do anything if Magic made it, and actually explained how he was paying homage to Kanye West on that song. Like there's an appreciation for the craft of rapping that Wayne had during that time he was burning shit down.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's the biggest separation. Like Wayne to me was one of the few artists from the South that was getting nationwide recognition for how well he could rap.
I agree.
I agree. The only thing with that, the recognition, there was no one else.
Right.
There was nobody.
Right.
Jay was gone. Like everybody was gone.
Right.
So like I love that he took the mantle and like because rap could have died. Somebody could say rap could have died, and he took it. He like on the back, and he
mixtape after mixtape after
like
mixtape.
Like just, we're gonna save Christmas. Like he just.
but he was doing that alongside like putting out albums. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And the worst thing that Birdman I think had him do when the Carter 3 got leaked as a mixtape. And then the Carter 3 got delayed for like another year because that Carter 3 leak was everywhere during the summer of 06, 07. But my bad. You the Carter 3 leak.
Was that the shit, okay. So I didn't hear it when it dropped. I heard it when I got to the country.
Yeah, the Carter 3 leak had the one song, Something You Forgot, where he was rapping about his girl or whatever. That shit was hard. Like grown ass men was in their whip damn near crying listening to that shit. You give me back my girl and you give me back my life.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh man.
I love it.
But so you said by 08 and 09 he was cooked, right?
I think so. So there was a new era coming in. Obviously it was Drake. Drake got the red carpet rolled out for him, like
by Wayne,
and whatever else outside of Wayne, Universal, because Best I Ever Had played on the radio all freaking day.
Yep,
we were freaking brainwashed by that shit by the end of Christmas. Every day, every hour, Best I Ever Had.
I had to turn this shit off, bro.
Every day, bro. I'm like, how can they condition us this? Like, you couldn't help it. They played it all day.
So, well, hold on. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
To me, I think. All right. So with Wayne, we'll wrap up on Wayne, and then we can get to Drake. For me, I think with Wayne, his mixtape run up to Carter 3, like the Carter 3 was not a better album than the Carter 2. To me, it wasn't.
Okay.
I feel that the Carter 3 selling 1 million records in 1 week was like a celebration. That was like you said, that was like a recognition for everything Wayne did up to that point.
Yeah.
After that, it wasn't the same. He got locked up. He was trying to do his thing as a CEO with Young Money. He fell back, put Drake on. Ended up going to jail, and I think the lean got the best of him after that. The drugs, and let's be honest here, right? Does Wayne have one record, original recorded record, on par with Best I Ever Had?
Woo! You mean that got rolled out that way? Or you mean
that just means that good?
You mean that's good, or that got rolled out like got given the treatment, the radio treatment? Nah.
Hold on, let me unplug this.
Nah, nothing as big as Best I Ever Had.
And that's terrible when you think about it, though.
Didn't Drake come in with some like connections too?
Yes, a lot of connections.
Yeah,
a lot of connections.
Cause man, how do you get that? They played the song all day. How could he not be a star? You conditioned us to like listen to him all day off of a song that's not a single. That wasn't a single, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember. That wasn't a single off his album.
That was a mixtape
song.
Oh,
it was a mixtape song, bro.
Played
on the radio all day.
I don't even remember that.
I was driving to work. I'm like,
Charles, talk that 2009 shit.
Yeah, so it was all day. I was driving to work. I'm like, damn, they're playing this song again. And I'm like, I get out of work. They're playing the song again. I'm like, God damn, they really like this song. Right. But it's on every channel.
His first single, I want to say the first Drake single might have been I better find your love.
Better find you. Yeah, yep. And he sang.
Yeah, either that, but he was all over everything. Remember,
Everywhere.
he had a verse on Every Girl, which was a Young Money single.
Yep.
He was like, yeah, but that was a mixtape record,
Oh,
bro.
they played everywhere, bro. They wrote it out for him. And they wrote it out for him for sure. Sold 500,000 in a week. So this is the guy. This is the new that rapper that holds down the genre for a decade. It was Drake, but it was the first time it felt so contrived.
Right.
It felt so like dishonest. I'm like, what are they? You can't do that. This is rap. Like, you're not allowed to do this. Like, you can't.
Shit.
You can't come in and give us somebody.
Nope.
And say this, nah. Like, I disavow it.
But that was what they were waiting for, though, the whole time.
Yeah, they were waiting for someone like that. They wouldn't give Wayne the same treatment.
No, it was never gonna be Wayne. And like, is Drake a better rapper than Wayne?
Ha!
Whew.
No.
So,
And I say that as
Especially
someone who
not now.
does not like Lil Wayne. No.
I think there was a time that because rap's sticky, right? So like, Wayne will bar him to death.
Right.
Can Drake say some shit like, "Oh, me and Lauren London out in London," and have everybody talking about it? Absolutely. So like, it's a chess. You know, rap's chess.
Right.
So he beat him in the long run in that way, possibly.
Cause I agree with you on that, but like,
Yeah, but he would bar him to death. Wayne would bar him to death from his Geico eyes down to his feet. He would bar him to death.
but there's some, like, again, Wayne never had a hit on, like, Wayne never had the hits, bro. Like the mixtapes, like we was all listening to the mixtapes, but none of those were hits. Wayne's mixtape shit was over other people's instrumentals. You wasn't gonna get his this what you were saying,
as he
D.
said,
Smith?
jack the tape.
Right. Like
Jack the
I
beat.
remember like you were never gonna, when that bullshit ass "This Is Why I'm Hot," like Wayne shut that down, but that wasn't gonna get played on the radio.
That's right.
That was never gonna get played on the radio. Like Wayne was giving us free shit over other people's instrumentals, right?
Yep.
But he paved the way for Drake there. So we're in agreement that Wayne is a better rapper than Drake.
I think so.
Unfortunately, yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Unfortunately, why is that
I
unfortunate?
don't like Lil Wayne. I don't like Lil Wayne.
Go ahead.
No,
You can't say that and then not say that.
Back to your regular. No, we're not doing that.
No, I need to hear this. What's your issue with Wayne, bro?
I just hate him, bro.
I
hate that motherfucker. I hate
Whoa.
Lil Wayne.
You hate him.
What?
Yes.
Emotionally.
Yes.
What do you do?
Why?
Because I had to deal with his cousins when I first moved out here.
His cousins?
Yes.
Oh shit, you guys have beef. Oh shit, the channel got beef now.
He said his cousin. These were his actual relatives.
No. I'm talking about his Louisiana cousins.
Oh, people that are loyal to him?
When I came down there to Texas, that's all they was fucking with. And they kept saying how he was the GOAT. I was like, man, motherfucker.
Oh man.
Discount
You know what?
Bob Marley dread looking motherfucker.
You know what? And another part of this, Uncle Jack, Wayne represented like the people that wouldn't be given the shot.
Yes.
He represented
And
that.
he acted like it too.
Like he wouldn't be like, he's like the Allen Iverson, like
I like that.
Like what he did with Allen Iverson of rap. So that I can see, and a lot of people really crowd that, and that's kind of like what I found that people crowded to Cardi B kind of in a different way because Wayne's actually skilled. Like this girl doesn't belong here, but look like, oh, she got it out of the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
That like that underdog story kind of thing.
That's a good point.
So I think there's a big loyal base because of that as well.
Because I mean, listen, man, Wayne, again, and when I say underrated, I say underrated because of how well in his peak, there weren't too many people he was giving everybody problems at his peak.
Yep.
There was only a handful of dudes that were really out there rapping that was handling business like that. Oh, what up, Chaotic J? What's good? What's good, Chaotic?
Hello.
What up?
What's good, brother? What's good? But like from a lyrical standpoint, yeah, man. Like when Wayne before the lean really got to him and the pills got to him, it was that was a great run, man. But with Drake, I'm in line with what you were saying there. Like there's a couple songs. I'm not a Drake fan, but I feel like Drake mastered the art of having something on a playlist for everybody. Even people that don't like Drake have at least one or two songs by him that they'll throw on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And really be like, okay, yeah, he talks some shit right there. He mastered that. There's like Jay-Z was the original guy that did that. I think Drake kind of softened it up a little bit and took that blueprint.
Can there ever be a Drake conversation without the verb soft coming up?
No. But I mean, hey, there's no such. Hey, the millions of dollars, them hundreds of millions of dollars, that cash is soft. That bed that he's resting his head on is very soft.
I imagine. I mean, man, those one-liners. One line king. Is that your girl? Is that your world tour? Or your girl tour? That's it. You don't quote nothing else from the song.
Right.
It's a rap.
Like what the fuck was it? The song. There was like when he put out God's Plan. That shit was played. I hated that song. But like his B-side to that was a song called Diplomatic Immunity. And a lot of people didn't like that song, but I was listening to that like, hold on, like what the fuck? Like he took a shot at Joe Budden. He said he took some shots at Joe Budden. He was talking about the chicks that he was smashing, all of that. He said in whatever year, some I lost my halo, and last year I lost my J-Lo. Like whoa. Whoa! I lost it. I mean, it's pillow talking. You definitely doing some pillow talking, but damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you over here talking some shit right now. So
absolutely,
you don't gotta be a fan of his music, but you can't avoid it. He was the first, I think, for the last decade. He was the guy that was unavoidable.
Absolutely. 100%.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, and again, there it is. And funny enough, his mixtapes, there were times he was spitting. I mean, he as much as you want to try and get into, you have to rap a little. You're gonna have to show something.
Right.
You're gonna have to show something eventually. So he was spitting. It definitely faded, and it definitely wasn't the same after a couple albums. And he's not even in the conversation after what Pusha did to him. So.
Okay,
he pushed him all the way out.
I mean, look.
Pusha pushed him out. Yeah, he's not even in the conversation. In regards to like rap purists, he's not in there anymore.
But see, this is where. But it's okay. But I guess that's where it's okay though. It's okay if the person who's a hip hop purist is not a fan of Drake. Like that's where the separation that you mentioned a little bit earlier came in at. You know what I'm saying? But it's a funny thing though, bro. Like all of it just comes back to kind of what I was saying here. So before we move on to another convo, I just want to say this here. Like my exposure to hip hop just came from listening, bro. Like, so my favorite rapper ever, I think for y'all, okay. Y'all able to make a separation between your favorites and who you think the greatest is, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because Nas isn't my favorite.
So he's not your favorite. Okay.
No, he's not my favorite.
So I'm not gonna ask y'all who y'all goats are right now. Fuck it, we can get into that too. Who are y'all favorites?
Are we making a list?
I mean, who? You don't even need to make a list.
Just your favorites.
My favorite.
Who is your favorite rapper ever? Not your GOAT, but your favorite. If they're the same person, that's fine. But who is your favorite rapper ever? Which?
Dale the Funky Homo Sapien.
Okay, so Dale the Funky Homo Sapien. That's the guy whose verses you've rewinded more than anybody else.
Damn. Practically, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say that.
I dig it. I dig it. Ice Cube's cousin.
That's it. Who else? I wish I could put a timeline on M, but you can't. I wish I could be like.
I would say Nas as well. Biggie.
M.
Biggie more. I like Biggie more than Tupac.
Okay.
I get some shit from some people I know.
Yeah, wordplay's crazy. No, that's like the most fair thing to people. People want different things when it comes to that conversation, so it's never a wrong answer to me.
No wrong answer.
I mean, that wordplay.
Man.
By the Abdominal.
Easy
God.
Easy
Easy, Chris. Okay.
Easy was the first rapper that was living everything he was rapping about, man.
Yes.
Crazy.
Woke up quick at about
noon.
Just thought that I had to be in Compton
soon.
I gotta get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my. Let me stop, because I will sing that song front to back.
Easy E was the first rapper that was living that shit he was rapping about, man.
Most definitely. Other than that, Tribe Called Quest. Tribe Called Quest gets more airplay than any other rap group.
Right.
Any other rap group. I will say though, the Beastie Boys are underrated. They're very underrated.
Again,
they were spitting that shit before, and they were meaning it too.
Okay.
So
and I'm glad you mentioned that. And again, I put the Beastie Boys, I respect them the same way I respect Eminem, because they always wipe their feet off before coming into the door. They never treated it like it belonged to them. I respect that. Definitely can respect that.
I like them way more than I've listened to way more of their songs than M. So
okay.
That's it. That's it for me.
All right. Charles, you got it, or you want me to?
Yeah, you go.
All right. So look, man, my favorite rapper ever is Prodigy from Mobb Deep. He's not my GOAT per se, but like Prodigy from Mobb Deep is my favorite rapper ever. There's more verses. Like, man, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Shout out to Chaotic. He said, giving Eminem replay, forgot about Dre. So what do you say to somebody you hate? There you go. In the parking lot. I don't give a fuck if it's dark or not. All right.
Crazy.
Listen, Dre knew what he was doing, letting M talk that crazy shit. Eminem was talking that shit on Forgot About Dre. But yeah, my favorite rapper ever was Prodigy from Mobb Deep, man. Like, I listened to his shit from like back in the 90s that I've heard before, and I still run them verses back with the Screwface, man.
That's crazy.
There was a song that he had on Big Pun's album. What did he say, man? He said the opening to that verse, because Prodigy just used to talk the wildest shit ever. He said, disperse, get off this. Who the culprits that claim to be the newest? Rapping bullshit. My rhymes get Ruger endorsements. My sounds boost Intertech sales through the ceiling. Let's talk with guns. Wild out till the police come. Give you a wet shirt with the red hat to match. Like, what are you talking? Like, what are you? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, your rhymes. So, like, listen, what you just said is that when people hear you rap, it makes them want to go buy guns, bro. Like, that's the most ignorant lyrical shit that I've heard in my life, man. Like, I love it. The verse that he spit on Shook Ones is gonna live forever, bro. Like, that's a timeless hip hop verse. I'm only 19, but my mind is old. And when things get real, my warm heart turns cold. Another nigga deceased. Another story is told. It ain't nothing really. Ayo, done. Spark the Philly so I can get my mind off these yellow back niggas. Why they still alive, I don't know. Go figure. Meanwhile, back in Queens, the realness and foundation. If I die, I couldn't choose a better location. What? Like, what are you talking about, Pete? Prodigy, what are you? Prodigy, what are you?
Beat. That was fire.
Prodigy, what are you doing, bro? Like, serious. I get chills hearing that shit, bro. Like, Shook Ones, that's a verse that's gonna live forever. Like, Prodigy is probably my favorite rapper because he knew how to like put them quotables in there.
Yeah.
Behind Prodigy, DMX, bro.
Woo! Get off me, dog.
But like to me, like okay, so to me, like the stage presence and like DMX as a person was one thing, but I think people underrated how good that man could rap.
He's a beast.
If you listen to songs that he was on with like Jay-Z and the Lox and 50 Cent and all these like high heavyweight rappers, DMX most of the time got the last verse on those songs, bro.
Yeah.
On this Dark But Hell Is Hot, the last song on that album, Niggas Done Started Something. DMX had like a 2-minute verse. And like me and Majin always talk about this, but like he got in his Eminem bag a little bit. He said, what he say? Ain't nothing going down until I eat. Motherfuckers think it's all about impressing bitches and stressing bitches. I'm on my game, caressing bitches. Man. Dealing with motherfuckers from all levels. What I'm dealing with is all devils. Fucking with snakes, running with niggas you call devils. I got an army of 730 niggas, dirty niggas that come through and hurry niggas, 30 niggas that like to bury niggas. Hey, come on, bro. Hey, bro, he's
crazy.
Oh man, I'm gonna put that in the chat. DMX is probably my second favorite rapper, and I got a special place in my heart for 50 Cent, bro. Like 50 Cent.
Okay.
50 Cent did it all, man. Like 50 Cent has the hit records, has the classic album, and nobody in the game can like discount what 50 Cent did, bro.
The genre moved to accommodate him.
Yes, it did. Like
the whole thing shifted.
For a whole second, he was the king.
50 Cent,
he was the king of hip hop for a whole second.
It really was.
50 made the whole game uncomfortable, bro. Like in 1 year, you think about it: debut album, clothing line, shoe contract, group album. Like everybody in G Unit ate off of the strength of what 50 Cent did, man. And again, Eminem and 50 Cent and Eminem and Dr. Dre made that happen for him. But like those are some of my favorites right there, bro. Charles, what you got, bro?
Man. Up top, so we're doing like 3. All right. So up top, it's Cole. When I first moved here, I was listening to M. When I didn't find any more M, I found Royce, and I was like, "Damn!" When I listened to it, I fell upon a song. And I first moved here, trying to fit in and shit. I pierced my ears, trying to smash chicks and shit. And
but I'm like, this is before the misses, huh?
I'm like, but it's not in my nature. But I was trying to fit in. So like, it was this aspect of like being like foreign, but no one understanding why I feel that way because I thought I was cool. And this song by Cole was "Lights Please."
Okay.
And that shit completely shifted because he's trying to smash this chick, but he's trying to tell her about the world. Like, but she doesn't give a shit. She just wants to smash. So it was I'm like, who is this guy? Like, it was perfect. It just matched me up perfectly. So it's definitely Cole at the top.
I think J. Cole, his lane is talking directly to the people that fuck with him, man.
Yeah. It was part of like "Lights Please." I was like, what the fuck? The fuck is this? The whole warm-up mixtape, crazy. The whole mixtape was crazy. So it's definitely Cole up top. Just most relatable to my shit. And when you're just rapping that Prodigy verse, man, who's ready for war? I got machetes and swords for anything. I gotta give it to M.
Man, there's 7 different levels of burying.
Ready for war. I'm ready for war. I got machetes and swords. Come on, I got it. He fell off. Obviously, he overstayed his welcome. But what he did before, the diss tracks, the sauce, everyone that came at him, what their career was gone. Like it's a rap. It's just the hitman of rap for the time that he was there. Just don't mention him. Don't say a name about him. Just don't. He's gonna put you in the song.
It got spooky. It got.
I gotta make him second. Pre 2014, whatever. Everybody knows what happened.
Yeah.
Everything before that, incredible.
Man, I got a question for you about M after that. My bad, brother. Go ahead.
No, you're right. And then the third is, I want to give Scarface an honorable mention.
Oh, fuck!
I want to give Scarface an honorable mention. Incredible, consistent, very on par with like similar to what Nas does. That he just pops in for a verse, blows your mind, and then dips out.
Listen,
It's still got to be Pac for me. Just the poetry of Pac, just the way he painted pictures, and the stuff he inspires. It's probably gonna be Pac for the third for me.
Man, hey, Scarface, bro.
Scarface, I had to mention him.
Listen, we could pull out some verses on Scarface too. Scarface got that timeless shit. I think like Scarface and Ice Cube were the two rappers.
Mm-hmm.
Scarface and Ice Cube were like the two rappers where you listen to them rap and close your eyes.
Yeah,
you can see everything that they're rapping about.
Yeah,
everything that they fucking rapping about.
And it's crazy because like there was a song, either Hip Hop Is Dead or Hip Hop something. Him and Nas are on it, and Nas spit. I don't know who the fuck is this other guy. And the way he painted the picture of how hip hop broke his heart, I was like, "Yo, who is this?"
Man.
I love getting introduced to like a rapper off of a verse like that. It's just like, and the other songs maintain that level of lyricism. It's insane.
Would you say D Smith?
No, none.
Oh man,
I was just chiming in on Charles, but Charles said it just as good.
Okay, so like with Eminem, why do people, the internet, or at least there's a section of Twitter that thought MGK got him with Rap Devil?
I can explain that. No, he got. I agree.
I'm about to say it's been so long, but I want to say that song was good, wasn't it?
Rap Devil was good.
Yeah, I could have
in the sense of who's drawn the best blood from M.
Right.
Who's drawn the best blood from him? It was MGK. Am I going to listen to a bunch of MGK? No.
No.
It didn't do anything like that.
Did he go back and stomp his ass after that though?
Oh yeah, he killed him after that. But
yeah. I'm gonna say after that he just went.
Yeah, he killed him after that. But and that's the thing, right? When you've been rapping like that for so long, how do you top yourself? That's the problem,
man.
That's the problem. Because if the roles reversed and M did something like Rap Devil and MGK clapped back at him with that, they would be saying that MGK is the best rapper of all time.
Damn.
But because of what M has done, it's always getting compared to that. Which is why I say stop rapping, bro.
Because I mean, with rap, like I don't know one song by MGK. Like I'm not doing that.
All I remember was the stickers and hearing them occasionally on the radio, and people say, "Oh, that's MGK." I'm like, "Oh."
But again, like that goes, and I mean, I'm trying not to sound like a hater with what I'm gonna say here, but I mean that goes back to what I was saying before. Like this guy got like Diddy co-signed MGK. And now MGK is like writing and directing movies independently.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so the push from the industry towards a certain.
But he didn't write that.
No, he didn't write. Nah,
there's no way.
Ain't no way. But like the thing about Rap Devil that was wild is that he took it somewhere that the other people that went up at M never took it. Right? Mm-hmm. Like he was talking to Eminem. He was having a conversation. He wasn't trying to out rap him. On that.
No.
And that's where
he can't.
Right.
So he just went for the same shit I told you, like saying like if Drake and Wayne battled, it was that same shit. Like it would be how they go at each other. So he drew blood. He's the only one that drew blood. Nobody drew blood. Nobody drew blood from him.
Because I remember being pleasant.
Mariah Carey, maybe.
Right. And even then, oh man, The Warning. You remember that?
Oh
my God! this is the 23rd bar. We ain't even third of the way through. Oh man, that was crazy. Ooh.
You know what? That's like the only time he's still naturally himself. Like because he kind of fell off. Like he already had those things, but Warning came back to like.
Oh my God, that was so shady.
Like you start seeing lights of the old M. Like, oh, okay, all right, we're back. What's up? He should have dissed people. He shouldn't rap about nothing else. But
man, sit back, homie, relax, grab a pack of zip. I don't even remember what he was talking some crazy shit.
He went off in Warning.
I'm not even. That was I'm gonna have to listen to the warning again. But like, I thought Kill Shot was good, but I still think he took it a little easy. I liked Not Alike. I felt like M was rapping better than he rapped on Kill Shot. Cause like you could tell, like I think Machine Gun Kelly got under his skin a little bit with rap.
He did.
Yes, he did.
All the stuff that like we talk about, you're too old. You should be, Michael Jackson died before we could get that M diss track. But he did buy his shit though. Facts.
Hey, listen, Big Bank always takes a little bank.
Overstaying your welcome in rap, not being hungry anymore. This is all stuff that we like. Any fan of M knows. So he knows exactly what to say. When you've been giving yourself to an audience for so long, how can they not know what to say that will get under your skin? You feel me?
Right. And I mean, when Proof died,
Proof.
When Proof died, that's when M was really heavy into the pills.
Yeah.
And he did have a run like the Recovery album, the Relapse album. He was trying to make music that I think made him feel better about it.
Yeah, himself. It was like therapeutic. He was like trying to work his way out of it.
And then the Marshall Mathers LP Part 2.
I didn't listen to that.
That felt like a gimmick. That was a gimmick.
I didn't listen
to Recovery.
Yeah.
Recovery was the last one I thought he was good.
I didn't listen to that. I was hearing Relapse drop.
Let me fix that good-ish.
Yeah, running around my work like Eminem's about to drop, y'all. It's over, y'all. And then Relapse comes out, and I embarrass myself.
Yeah, it wasn't even. I mean, look, man. For me, it was the Eminem show. I was
Eminem show. Yep.
It never hit after the Eminem show.
Collapse.
Oh, man. Yeah, he was.
Dog, Soldiers.
Yeah. It felt like Till I Collapse. I think look, Till I Collapse is a better hip hop song than Lose Yourself. Lose Yourself is his most popular song, but Till I Collapse is much better than Lose Yourself, bro.
Yep.
I think Lose Yourself.
Collapse is spinning this raps.
As long as you feel them till the day I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them.
Called out all the rappers. It's Tupac, Nas, and Demi.
Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada Corrupt, Nas, and Demi. But in this industry, I'm the cause of a lot of envy. So when I'm not put on this list, this shit does not offend me.
There we go.
Oh my God. Yeah, bro. What the fuck, man?
Seriously, like what the fuck? Incredible. I couldn't leave him off. I don't know how much tarnishes that is the question, because he's still rapping. He needs to stop. Retire on a farm out in Montana and stop spitting. Keep it locked up, Dre. Don't let him put him out no more.
No. He can spit on the farm where no one can hear him.
No one can hear you, bro. Just stop. just stop.
His last.
I'm pretty sure his neighbors will enjoy it.
Yo, his last album was called "Music to Be Murdered By."
Okay.
And trying.
And I guess to capture something. Yeah, like it got pretty graphic. Like the nature of what he was rapping about got graphic on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was rapping about I didn't listen to it, but apparently on that album, there's like a retelling of the shooting that happened in Las Vegas a couple years ago.
Okay.
What shooting?
All right.
He shot someone?
No.
There was a Vegas shooting.
He's talking about shit that's happening?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with him.
No.
Not
at all.
He's in that bag. He's in that bag, and that's different.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
But it still went platinum.
I mean, he's the bait, dude. He could shit in a thing by now. Like dude. Like I don't think there'll ever be a time he won't go platinum.
That's true.
So you say him coming out in a wheelchair at the age of 80?
Bro, everyone's holding on to that 98 to 2000.
I say 98 to about 05. Yeah.
98 to 05. 10 years, like 13 years of good shit. Everyone's holding on to it. 8 years. Why not 15? 8 years.
Because it hurts though, but to answer your question, I don't think it could be tarnished because all Eminem, if he really wanted to, like tomorrow, Eminem could go on Hot 97 and just shut that bitch down. He could burn down the whole studio if he really wanted to.
If you wanted to go there and spit, you think?
Yeah. Like
You think
remember?
so?
Absolutely. Like I remember, it was like 2016. Loaded Lux went on Hot 97 and spit.
That's Loaded Lux. That's Loaded Lux.
I mean, Royce did it too. Black Thought went up
Royce.
there and shut it down.
That's Royce. He don't got it like that no more, dude. I remember when he was doing the rollout for Relapse. When he was doing the media stuff for Relapse, and he had a Tim Westwood freestyle. Don't get me wrong. Technically, a rapper's rapper. Don't get me wrong. But like, nah, it's not the same. Like that time he'd be like, I'm about to come up with my own language. Fuba, Kuba, Kuba, Uba, Suba. That was a different M. He came up with a language. That was a different M.
That was true.
Era.
I respect it, Charles. I was there for that too, and that was a little cringy, man.
Yeah.
That was cringy, bro. Like, we don't need you to make up your own language. We just need you to well, I think he could go up to Hot 97 or LA Leakers and really shut it down if he wanted to.
I think Royce, they would never, they're best friends, but Royce would murder him right now. I think Loaded would murder him right now. I think there's like 20 rappers that would murk him right now. Well, he will never stop responding, right? But in actuality, they would murk him.
Okay, like, so completely. Man, listen. All right, we supposed
the way he rhymes his words, technically, all that it's still it's embedded. He's fine, but the content is different.
That's a good point.
The content is not hitting like it used to hit. Like the content is, you know what I'm saying? The way he would adore Hinge and Orange and he's like almost impressed with his own wordplay nowadays. It feels like.
Damn, Charles. Damn.
Hey man, I was a big M fan, so I saw the sense.
He's all like, I got the receipts.
Hey, bro,
I got the receipts with the dates on them.
He was killing it. He was
one of the coldest. Bro, one of the coldest lines that I ever heard him spit was on the Slim Shady album on that song I Just Don't Give a Fuck. It was just a one-liner. He said, I'll take your motherfucking style just to make it fresher. Where's that guy at? What happened to that guy? I get what you're saying, because now he's rapping to have fun.
Yeah.
As opposed to like really trying to say some shit. Yeah, because look, and this is in hindsight, when we really look back on it, man, like Royce was always better than M.
Royce was good.
He was always better. He was always better, bro. He was always better. Royce was always a better rapper than Eminem, man. I'm sorry. Royce wouldn't say that, but I think Royce was always.
Royce wouldn't say that. That's a good point.
Like, I feel like Royce was always a better rapper than Eminem because he could do what Eminem could do, but also get into a different bag. Like
a different bag, you're right.
Like the Book of Ryan that dropped in 2018, and then
your face.
And then when he dropped Allegory, like those two albums right there told me what I needed to know. And like he was producing all that shit too, man. Like, God, Royce. I need a new Royce. And on top of that, we didn't even talk about the Bar Exam mixtapes, man.
The Bar Exam, bro.
Come on, man. I don't know, like, come on, man. Listen, see, I'm glad we get to talk some hip hop here, man. We like fuck, bro. Fuck, man. Damn, bro. Like, what you low key.
Oohs and ahs, got you going on the oohs and ahs. Who got bodied? My hot toddy. Royce was going. I didn't listen to all that.
Listen, that was like 4 different instrumentals on that shit, bro. Look, hey, listen, man. Listen, it's gonna be an interesting night putting up some tracks here in the Discord here, bro. But like, look, I say that to say, you know, we all got a love and appreciation for hip hop, man.
Absolutely.
I just hope that the future of it. I mean, look, eventually it's gonna get more commercialized than what it is now. But I just hope there's always room for people who are purists and really enjoy it for what it is, man. Like, we can get the ignorant shit out there. We can get the shit that makes us, you know,
dance and have a good time. But
right. But
say
like
something too.
But we also need the shit. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
Because I'll never forget when I heard "Walk It Like I Talk It," and saying that like I'm not one of those old people that say like music is dead, like rap is dead. But that was definitely a moment where I paused and said to myself, "This is a song? Damn, niggas getting away with just saying simple shit like this,
bro." And the funny thing is, that would be lyrical compared to now.
Hey,
walk it like I talk.
Hey, but there's
you ain't saying shit.
Nah, but there's been worse shit. Like
I know, but that was one of the earlier cases that I can remember. That's when that made me stop. I heard it for like I think it was a music video, and I happened to be at a barbershop somewhere. And that shit was playing, and I looked at the brothers, and I'm all like, "Is there anything else to the song?" It's like, "No,
nope." Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk.
And you know, what do you guys feel about like how the era helped shape like what these rappers became? So like, I feel like it's really important if M had come out in this era now, he may not have never become Eminem, or
he would have got lost in the crowd.
He would have gotten lost, or like, how important is the era to who like how their career trajectory went?
Oh man, I say very important because again, for the most part, Wayne is like the most influential artist on just about like the last decade of rappers. He's their guy, but none of them have the appreciation for the craft of rap. Not none of them, but
most of them.
Their appreciation for the craft of rapping isn't the same as what Wayne had.
I agree.
That's the biggest issue there. Like Wayne, for a guy who was from down south, could jump in any cipher and get like Wayne could rap over East Coast instrumentals, West Coast instrumentals, jump on songs with Jay-Z. He could jump on songs with anybody, no matter where they were from, and hold his own as a lyricist and as an MC. The rappers that came who were influenced by Wayne, they were influenced by the look and the way that he rapped, but not his appreciation.
You're talking about the Lils. You're talking about
the Lils. All the Lils, exactly.
Yes, they were influenced.
Reds and tattoos.
They were influenced by the aesthetics. They were influenced by the aesthetics and what they saw, but not the craft of what it was he was putting down there, bro. That's how I look at that. So yeah, the era where they come along matters a lot because I mean, prime example here, like, bro, you remember Chief Keef?
Yeah.
Keef.
Who?
Waka Flocka.
Oh man, Waka Flocka.
I had a girl in my 12th grade class that was obsessed with Waka Flocka.
I'll give it to Waka. He had like no hands.
Look, bro, he came out in a minute that he was whack though.
Hard in the paint.
He had a few. He had a few.
He openly admitted that his music was whack, bro.
Oh my! But he had a few. He must have known what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing
because he did it more than once.
Yeah,
so he had a few. I'll give it to Waka. I'll give it to Waka. He seems smart.
But like when I bring up Chief Keef, what I mean is like, okay, like when Chief Keef hit that's what I don't like, and then these bitches love so like that was something different, right? Mm-hmm. But what it influenced after that, like Waka Flocka was the guy. My bad. Chief Keef was making that music because that was who he was. He influenced people that just wanted to sound like that. Like you're just trying to capture the sound, but you're not the feeling behind what it is that he's doing ain't really there like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So like that's where the separation comes. Like, but the era always matters, man. The era
does.
Definitely matters.
Because I feel like the three guys, Cole, Kendrick, Drake, if they came out in the 90s, they would have had no choice but to battle.
They would have been fighting. They would have had
no choice, and we missed. I feel like we got robbed.
Drake would have been on the floor, man.
They would have been.
I don't think he would have made it. I would have loved to see.
His ass get grilled, though.
I feel bad. I mean, I never want to see brothers fight, but I would have loved to see Kendrick and Cole like go
Yeah.
at it, because that shit would have been legendary.
Most
That
definitely.
shit would have been amazing.
The way I see it, bro, if they were around in the 90s, like Drake would have been on TV. He would have been on TV. He wouldn't even been like Drake would have been on TV.
Moesha. He would have been on Moesha.
Yeah, he would have been on TV. And I'm saying that respectfully. Like Drake would have been
sisters.
He would have been a guy that was on TV and in movies if he came around in the 90s. And Kendrick and
he would have
J.
been
Cole,
R&B. I feel like he would have pivoted to R&B.
I mean, bro, but like R&B was crowded in the 90s, man. There was niggas that were really singing. There was niggas that was.
He still would have tried, bro.
Nah, bro.
He still would have tried.
Hold on, bro. We talking about.
I honestly think he would have. I'm not saying he wouldn't be good, bro.
Brother.
I'm not saying that he would be good. I'm saying he would try.
It would have
meaning that he would probably bomb.
Man, listen, like
and be a one-hit wonder. But I'm saying he would have definitely tried to go for it like an idiot.
Man. R&B was still R&B in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Nigga. If you didn't have Teddy or motherfucking Babyface writing your shit, there wasn't no room at the table, bro. But you right. But yeah, like Kendrick and J. Cole would have had to fight, man. They would have been fighting. They would have been fighting in the 90s. Like, could you picture? And I love Kendrick Lamar, but like, could you picture Kendrick Lamar on death row in 97? Like, could you really picture that? Like, what does that look
see
like?
what that album cover would have been
and
what he would have dressed like. Would he really be like Pac?
Man,
would he be close to Pac?
I mean, he'd be corrupt, right?
Like Snoop.
Yeah,
Corrupt
he'd be
light?
corrupt. Yep.
He'd be corrupt light.
Yeah, like
Corrupt.
Kendrick.
Wait.
Corrupt.
Yeah,
Okay.
corrupt.
Okay.
Yeah, corrupt's concentrated, bro. He's concentrated, so he'd be corrupt light.
Yeah, because Corrupt was really the best rapper. He was really like bar for bar the best rapper on death row during.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But like you wonder, like how would Kendrick Lamar have fit in with all them gangster rappers on the West Coast? Like I could see Kendrick Lamar being like the West Coast, East Coast rapper during the 90s if he was around.
Yeah.
He would have been running with the Tribe and all of them. if he was around in the 90s, Kendrick would have been running with the Tribe. Like he would have been getting love on the East Coast. On the West, on the West Coast, it would have,
Oh yeah, it'd be like, what's this whack shit? Sophomore.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, but you're right.
That's crazy.
Like, it would have been nice to see them. They would have been fighting for them spins and that recognition, man. But I mean, like with Kendrick, man, his last album was good, but that was like a one-time listen for me, man.
Ooh.
Hey, man, I always said it. It's like, yeah. Crazy on that. I don't know what happened to Kendrick, man. I feel like I'm not sure what happened after To Pimp a Butterfly. I feel like he, man, this is gonna say. I'm trying to make it not sound controversial. Cause everybody loves him. I get it. I expected more. Let me put it that way. I expected more out of the three of the guys that did not meet expectation. I think he didn't meet expectations. I had a low bar for Drake, obviously. Pretty high one for Cole. And I had a pretty high one for Kendrick, I think. I don't think he hit the bar. I think he got the you're the new West Coast guy. I think he got it too quicker than the other guys. I think the rollout was too fast. That Kendrick that was on those mixtapes and Section 80 and The Jig Is Up, and Black Hippie, that stops after Butterfly.
Right.
He's like a guru Buddha guy now.
Okay.
But that Black Aggression, I guess, is what I'm which was refreshing. That's gone. He's like he's Zen now and like going to
maybe
therapy.
He's having a rebirth moment. So maybe later down the line we'll get something more
I want to see, but I want to hear what he's mad about. I want to hear King Kunta. I want to hear, the
you want that fire. You want
like,
that. You want that.
He was the voice of
that
the.
fire.
He was the voice of the BLM protest. He was the voice of it, and he don't sound very angry anymore. So, that was I had a high bar for him.
So, okay, that's interesting. That is interesting because To Pimp a Butterfly, like man, that was next. Yeah, that was different, man. And it felt like he was bringing in. It felt like Kendrick was bringing something in, man, like that was missing, right?
Yep, it did.
And with his last album being a little bit more introspective, it wasn't that it wasn't good music. It's just it was a deviation from what was like even with what the Black Panther soundtrack was doing there, like that they did with TDE was fire. Yeah. Yep. The Damn album, even though that was a complete project, he had a little bit of everything on there, but it still felt like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
it was still the kind of album that you wanted to hear from beginning all the way to the end. And with the last joint that he put out, it felt kind of like a chore getting through that, man.
Ooh.
And the Heart Pipe.
Damn, everything I said, you just like shat on.
Yeah. No. I'm
I mean, like I thought what I said was bad, and just like
it felt like a chore because the Heart, like when he put out the Heart Part 5, it was like, okay, like damn, this is great. If this is what he's doing for his album, like let's get it. Yeah. But then you get to the album and it's like, all right,
and
man.
You can tell through the zeitgeist. People aren't quoting it.
Right.
It came out when? Last year?
That was last year, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So no, it didn't stay in the minds of a lot for long at all.
And him and J. Cole in this era of like the microwave music, they were the guys that put the music out that stuck.
That kept us. Yeah, that sustained us. Yeah. And they never did that joint album.
Nope.
That's Ego. Nope. I can tell you that's Ego right now.
Yeah, and it's too late now. I think it's too late.
Too big.
Yeah, I think it's too late now. Yeah, but I'm glad we got to chop that up, man. D Smith, what you got on? What you got, man? What's up, D Smith?
What's up, fellas? We moving on?
I mean,
look,
listen,
I was looking for a slightly better segue, but
no, we can look. I'm just saying I can talk about hip hop all day long, but like, okay. I don't want this to be the hip hop podcast. So
okay.
But happy birthday to hip hop, man! Real talk.
Happy birthday to hip hop. Another 150 more,
please.
Turtles was good. Was good. It wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. Like everyone was hyping it up like it's the greatest Turtles movie. I thought it was good. The chemistry between the Turtles, those are the best Turtles.
Awesome.
But I still like the 90s one better. The first live action 90s one was
Kids
better.
Can watch it?
Kids can watch this movie. Kids can watch this movie.
Okay.
It's really good. It's really, really good. And then Last Voyage, is it Dominion?
Yeah, the Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Demeter. That was really good. Y'all will love that.
Damn, it bombed though.
What?
It bombed.
It bombed already?
It bombed. Yeah.
Damn.
Well, enough people go. That's the kind of movie that like needs to be supported.
Could we like wait for a month? It's like everyone waits until like Sunday to call it. Not even Monday.
What's
not
the
even on Monday.
On
it's
that?
Like everyone gets all their money and then fires the gun off on Sunday. Streaming
sped everything up, man. That's the game, bro.
Yeah. In fact, that's a good topic. We'll have to discuss more. It was good. It was a throwback monster movie.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I like that. Dracula.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I can almost see it being in black and white. Like maybe.
Like that a Disney thing.
No. I'm saying if they do decide to do like a physical release, I could see a version of it being in black and white.
Okay.
Because it does feel like a movie, older movie with modern equipment. I'll say it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, is it slow? Is it a little slow?
A little bit, but not by much. Not by much. Everything's moving at a decent pace. There's a little bit of a slowdown at the beginning, but that's because we're figuring who people are and how the chemistry is going to be. But after that, everything starts moving mostly quickly.
That's cool.
Rated R?
Different monster movie in the middle of summer, huh?
Yeah, I think it is. I know, right? This really should. What happened to us getting like scary movies during Halloween?
I have no clue, bro.
I feel like we only get maybe 2, if that, and then they're just sprinkled around.
It's like it's supposed to be a tax write-off or something.
Blumhouse. You gotta talk to Blumhouse about that. Blumhouse.
That Five Nights at Freddy trailer played in front of this, and I might go see that. That looks expensive but cheap. This is weird.
That's the best way to look. That's the best way to look for a horror movie.
Expensive but cheap.
Yep.
But those were good. Those were really, really good.
All right. So I got questions for you about Turtles here, bro. So, the animation style, the tone, and the comedy. Wait.
It's different enough from Spider-Verse.
Okay. Good.
Everything has more lines and everything has more life. Like the sun, like details, like the lights from a clock, the sun. Everything is like slowly moving, almost like squiggle vision. Like everything is like moving a little bit, and everybody has more like textures. The Spider-Verse was more smooth, a little too much computer. Good drawings, but a little too much computer. This looked like someone just went and touched everything up. Everybody has more detailed, and then people look a little bit more fugglier, if that makes any sense. Like hairier, dirtier, ugly looking. Like
they wanted it to look. They wanted to capture that gross out kind of factor, right?
Just a little bit. And you know what? It makes sense because it does. It's a Paramount, and it has that Nickelodeon vibe a little bit.
Okay.
And they used a lot of our music, and it worked really well. So I like how they used No Diggity, Blackstreet. They used that song I was like, dang, they pulled No Diggity out, no doubt.
That's awesome.
I was singing it in the theaters like an idiot.
Okay. All right. So
go to the theater with D. Smith, he's singing in the background and shit.
Okay. So my next question then. Does the quality of the story match up with the voice cast and the animation?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into that. What are they fighting? What's the story of Mutant Madness here?
They're fighting Ice Cube. Literally just Ice Cube as a fly.
Okay. Which character is that in Ninja Turtles?
Superfly.
Superfly.
Even though he looks like Baxter, I'm confused because he looks like Baxter Stockman when he turns into a fly, and and in the movie he's the kid of He says that he's the child of Baxter Stockman, which we only get him at the very beginning. He basically just wants to turn the world into mutants. And,
cardboard cutout bad guy.
A little bit. And there's this whole subplot about the boys being normal and wanting to go to high school and wanting to do normal things. Other than that, that's really about it. April O'Neil's in here. She was fine.
Okay, so overall then, would you say, because from what it sounds like to me, the spectacle of it with the voice cast, the dialogue, the animation, it sounds like the plot is kind of secondary to the spectacle.
And the characters. I say more, it's more about the turtles themselves and their chemistry. That's what makes the movie for me. And I think that's what made it for a lot of people. Movie Bob had the best review about this.
Okay.
But their chemistry between each other is the best part.
Much better than what they did back in the 2010s, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
that shit was.
They feel like brothers. They feel like actual brothers, and they act like like they said, they act like teenagers, and they do dumb shit that kids their age would do.
Okay, so for them to do a Ninja Turtles movie, if I wasn't big into the lore of Ninja Turtles, right? If I didn't know who Superfly was, if I didn't know who Baxter Stockman was, or some of these other secondary characters within that IP were, would it be easy to get into this movie without the established baseline of, okay, Ninja Turtles movie, they got to be fighting Master Shredder?
Good question.
Yes. I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I think it'll be more. This is really good for families more than anything. Taking a whole group of kids, this is very good for them.
Okay.
More than anything.
What did the theater look like? What kind of turnout was at the theater?
Quite a lot. It wasn't a fully packed house, but it was quite full.
Was there enough meat on the bones to where you could see them doing a sequel?
They are doing the sequel. They are doing the sequel.
Okay, I like that.
I like the ending. It's slightly different than the others. I don't know if you want me to say here or just leave it vague, but I sort of like how it ended with them, and where they're going with it is something no other one has done yet. So I give it that.
Damn, you teased it. Now you gotta say it.
No. No. Unless y'all want me to.
Because I'm interested. I mean, I would have wanted to go see it. It's just the month of August is busy for obvious reasons. So there wasn't enough room during this month for me to get out there and see it. But so you highly recommend Turtles, right?
Just slightly under highly recommended.
Okay, so you recommend it.
I recommend it. It's not the greatest Turtles movie, but it is very, very good. As far as the characters go, it's very, very good. That's more why you should see it.
Right, because the characters in that last live action adaptation were terrible. There was nobody that was likable. The Turtles were the most unlikable characters out of that live action adaptation, bro. Like that shit was rough.
Oh no.
That shit was bad, bro. All right, and with the last voyage, and you pulled a double feature, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so
I almost did a triple, bro. They had one showing of Gran Turismo. I almost went to it, but it was 2.5 hours long. I said, nah.
Okay, so doing a double feature, D. Smith, how does that hurt your focus though? Like your concentration and focus?
It doesn't, because of the stupid trailers that play in front of it.
Okay.
So and it was about like a 25 minute in between. So
okay,
that's why. And I don't do this as much, so that also.
I got you. So with that kind of movie, with it being a monster movie, I mean, I think, like, let me know if I'm reaching with this, but I think the last like legit monster movies that were successful, I mean, Godzilla vs. King Kong did fairly well in the COVID era. And as far as critical reception, Quiet Place has done pretty good as well. With those two films in particular, the first one and the second.
Technically a monster movie.
Right.
I looked at that more as a horror scary movie, but that is a monster.
Right.
No technicalities needed.
But other than that, man, like, I don't know. Is there room at the table for monster movies anymore, bro?
I think so. People keep talking about how they want more of them, so why not? I do think we do need to bring back the Universal monsters, but we need new. Hear me out. Let me play devil's advocate. No, let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. We've had 2 generations that have gone without them, so they only know very little of the mythos. So this would be a good time to bring them back. It's more of the format of how you do it. That's the problem.
Man, because
I realistically think they need to do it like this. This was good for Dracula. The way this movie ended, there's definitely going to be a sequel. Okay. I do feel slightly iffy walking out on it, because I feel like the way that this ended, was a good send off. If there was to be a sequel, I almost wish it was separate. You know, almost like a what's it called again when TV shows that have the same format but aren't consistent?
Oh, like
anthologies.
Okay.
I feel like the sequels need to be more like that, more like random ass people getting into trouble with Dracula.
Look, you giving up game right now, D. Smith.
All right.
Giving up game right now.
I'll stop. The studio need to be paying us. The behind the scenes basement dwellers be coming up with the most solidest ideas, motherfuckers.
Cause bro, like that shit they tried to pull, like that almost ruined Universal, bro. Tom Cruise said, "I'm good, man. I'm going back to flying airplanes and doing." I'm going back to.
I'll never forget him screaming on that.
Bro, like, cause that.
It was rough.
Cause what were they? Oh man, what was the rollout? What kind of rollout were they playing in there?
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, The Invisible Man, Frankenstein. The people they were gonna get were solid ass people.
Yep.
Those were all solid ass picks. I'm like, yeah, that should be that person. That should be that person. That should be that person. The problem is they try to modernize them too much. Like, this was a good story. This takes place in the appropriate time. It has all the inklings of something that would have been made in the 40s and 50s. Layout perfect. Solid movie. I guess not going to do well because of the box office. I don't know.
There's just so
I am worried about the future, though, bro. Especially with streaming.
Well, like,
we'll get into that later.
Well, no, but that goes back to what you were saying before, because now I think that first week, I don't know, like, it depends, because in the past, I'm sure the studios always, like, what do y'all think? Y'all think the studios always looked at that first weekend as their barometer, or are they kind of in more of a hurry?
I think that's more of a modern thing, bro. I really think that's more of a modern thing. I really think they look out for like the month. They used to go for like a month because they used to have to rely on buzz. If you remember, like the movie Scream, when Scream came out, it did terrible in its first week. Through the buzz, it started like the second and third, and I think fourth week is when it started making money. Because back in the day, you had one friend go see it, or two friends go see it, and you told everybody, "Oh, bro, go see it," and you went and saw it.
That's a good point.
So that's more what we used to have to rely on. Now we use Rotten Tomatoes and YouTube videos.
Do y'all trust the tomato meter? Do y'all trust that as a credible source?
I use it as a 50-50.
Okay.
For movies that I'm on the fence about. If I know I'm gonna like it, I'm gonna go see it regardless of what that thing says. But if I'm like 50-50, I'm like, let's go look at Rotten Tomatoes. Nah, I'm good. I'll stay home.
I mean, if that was the case, I should have set out the Eternals. I should have said that.
I dodged the bullet there.
I was on my way to the theater when my wife pulled up when she pulled that up. Yeah, go ahead.
I do regret not seeing Super Mario Brothers in theaters. Only for the spectacle, bro.
Same.
Only for the spectacle. Because when he gets to the castle and the music plays, I would have loved to seen that in theaters.
Well,
but everything else was like I saw it and I thought it was. What did y'all expect?
Well, no, I get it
because that was literally what I was expecting the movie to be. Besides the parts with Donkey Kong.
Well, I get it. Because with a movie like that, if you're gonna see it, you want to see it in theaters. Like I can understand that. Yeah. But like that's kind of crazy though, because like I fuck with Bob. I like movie Bob. But if I haven't seen the movie yet, I can't watch a review for it. I can't do that anymore. Like if I want to see a movie, even if it's bad, I'm still gonna go see it either way. But I'd rather go into it kind of not knowing how it's gonna play out. You know,
that's the best way.
But yeah, for the future here, man. Based off what you said there, I'm a little worried. I'm worried about that movie with John David that's coming out in September.
Oh, the creator?
Because that that looks like a really
I'm
good
gonna
movie.
go see that regardless, because that look. We talk about not having original movies, but that one, even and when I saw the poster when I left this movie, it looked like a video game. It looked like concept art for a video game, and I was like, all right, I'm in. So
You want something like that to be good or to have a good reception, but I think that's gonna be like how The Woman King was last year.
ooh, you think so?
The Woman King got the critical reception, but did they make the money?
No.
They didn't make the money.
So you think that movie has no chance?
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird how this plays out because this summer was a little bit of an anomaly to begin with. Like this whole summer was just that was a fucking war zone.
No sense.
Oh yeah. Are you not entertained?
Like that it was a bloodbath over the summer. Like who would have thought that the Flash and Transformers were both just gonna die? Who would have thought that was gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who really thought? I mean, somebody at Warner Brothers knew Barbie was gonna be the highest grossing movie of the year. Somebody knew that.
That's crazy. It doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't, right? And then that Oppenheimer would eat off of the strength of Barbie. Who would have thought that was gonna happen? Like Oppenheimer ate because of Barbie, right?
What planet is this?
Right. But what I'm saying is normally once we get past the summer months, the latter part of the year just ends up kind of being so-so or whatever. Like I think the last
Oscar bait. Or Oscar bait.
Let's see here. Joker. The Joker, I think, was the last movie that dropped during the fall season that really cleaned up in the box office. And that's almost 5 years ago. Man. You know, during 2019, we had like Knives Out, we had Queen and Slim, we had some good movies that were out during that time, but like you normally don't get a heavyweight fall release that cleans up. Fall normally is quiet until that big Christmas release. And I see it being that way this year, but there's no Avatar coming out this year. So there might not even be a big Christmas release this year. I mean, Wakanda Forever did his thing last year. That was in November, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Marvel's got pushed back.
Just drop it on Disney. I heard there was a rumor about them dropping that on just drop it on Disney Plus and leave it at that.
Did Doom get pushed? Nah, that ain't happening, bro. They not.
They probably won't, but I heard rumors of them like contemplating.
That would be wild. That would be really wild.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it that weekend if they do that.
That would be
Marvel. That's the only reason to watch
that. Would be crazy if they did that, man.
That'd be really crazy.
Did Dune get pushed back?
It did.
The writer's strike. Everything got pushed back.
Everything is like anything that isn't in the can is fucked. It's fucked. But that's okay. Because that means I ain't gotta spend no money.
Right. Because I'm wondering now. I think Killers of the Flower Moon is still gonna drop.
And that will do well. I think that I'm not gonna see it, but I think that'll do well.
You hope it does.
Yeah, I hope it does. It's still gonna be a tough one.
You hope it does.
It's gonna be tough. Right? Scorsese is not really the
if it's still in theaters by New Year's, I'll go see it.
Yeah, he's not a box office guy anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like he could win an Oscar.
Yeah, but and I mean, Apple TV is gonna get the streaming rights, so that I imagine that's gonna be a limited theatrical run.
It is.
And that's then I know Ridley Scott has his Napoleon joint coming out.
I didn't see that trailer. How
see the trailer?
How is it? Wait, is it so bad it's good? Is it bad? Is it amazing? What is it?
Me and Charles disagree. Go ahead, Charles.
No, it looks like it can be good.
What's it looking like, Charles?
It just looks like I can see a couple shots literally from Gladiator that he probably left notes for his assistant director while he was in Bali.
Okay.
But like, because it didn't hit me until you said that, and I went back and looked at it, and it was like, damn, all right, man, we got the same kind of lighting, same like overhead shot, wide shot, man on horse in woods.
Like someone like him now, like he's a lot older. When was the last time he had a bullseye film? Like you keep giving him shots.
Pelham 1, 2, 3, or was that Tony Scott?
Tony Scott. Did he do Pelham 1, 2, 3? It doesn't even look like his style. Let me see. Pelham.
Was that Ridley or was that Tony?
Pelham. The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, right?
Yeah. With
That was
Denzel.
09. Let me see.
Yeah. Long ass time ago.
Right. I was supposed to say a millennium ago. Damn near.
Taking of Pelham. Director Tony.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a while.
That is son?
That was his brother. Tony Scott was his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while since Ridley Scott.
As Nolan would say, keep it in the family.
Facts. Because I thought what was the one he did, man, with Adam Driver and Matt Damon that came out in 2021? Man.
It was some King shit, right?
Yeah.
Was that good? I didn't watch it.
Wait, is that is the one with Bruce? No.
Hold on, man.
Were they fighting over a woman?
Yeah. What was that? What movie was that, man?
I know.
Hold on.
I know what you're talking about.
Troy?
The Last Duel. That was 2021.
Yeah, that's what it was.
How was that? Was it good?
It was good. It was a little long though. It was about 2.5 hours. It was good. It was good. You know what I'm saying? It was good. Everybody got to like show their chops. You know, Adam Driver was good in it. Matt Damon was good in it. I mean, that was probably the closest thing that you'll get to a woke kind of period piece like that without being overly woke. You know what I'm saying? Like there was consequences to some actions in that movie. But to answer your question, the last bullseye that Ridley Scott had was The Martian. That was his last bullseye.
Wow.
2015.
Yeah,
That was his last bullseye. The Martian was really good. That was his last bullseye, bro. You know what I'm saying? But that very good. Yeah, that was his last bullseye. But this Napoleon joint, that looks like a victory lap. That looks like what Joaquin Phoenix was doing to keep busy before he got the call from Todd Phillips to suit up for Joker Part 2. Like that's what that looks like. Apple TV, okay, big budget. I can act, but like, you know what I'm saying? I can experiment with some shit here. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? On a closed set.
It's a warm-up fight.
Absolutely. That's a tune-up fight, bro. How do you do Napoleon without a French accent? How do you do that?
Now, and that's the thing, like, to me, an interesting thing would be to do Toussaint. Do Toussaint, have Napoleon come through. He's going to lose.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, what, Napoleon? Napoleon?
I mean, who's really interested in that, bro?
No one cares about Napoleon, man.
No.
You should do Toussaint, and then have Napoleon come in. I don't know, man. Ridley's weird.
Yo, because I mean, look, man, because I'm kind of my last thing here. We got what? Y'all got about another 30? How we feeling, man?
We're good.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah. So I was watching. I flew back home yesterday, and you know I'm flying on Delta, and I see that they got movies that you could watch on the plane, man. The Coen brothers, dog. Like the two of them are kind of underrated, man.
They always been like that a little bit.
They are.
But like you pull up their rap sheet, like the Coen brothers, bro, got a catalog, man.
Oh, most definitely.
No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
Fargo, yeah. I said Fargo.
The big Lebowski.
Mm-hmm. Hail Caesar. What else?
Yeah. Burn After Reading. Oh brother, where art thou? Like,
oh man,
They did
I remember
that?
that.
yeah, they did that shit, bro.
Hmm.
Raised in Arizona, they got
That one was
They got
definitely
some
sleepers
range
on it.
too.
yeah.
Got some range comedies.
They do a lot of dark comedy
Yeah,
Right. And
and a lot of like oddball-ish things.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
But like the craziest thing in 21, they did I still haven't seen it. They did The Tragedy of Macbeth, or one of the brothers did that with Denzel Washington, because Denzel got nominated for Best Actor in that.
I
joint.
watched a little bit of that.
It was like black and white and all of that shit. Like
It looks amazing,
yeah,
but I couldn't keep up with the dialogue. Nope.
like we got Denzel doing Shakespeare. It sounds good on paper.
It did on paper. It did. It was too much. I was like, oh, whoa. Why do I need this like translated? Yo, it's too... It was too much for me.
But like, let's get into the director bag here for a second, right?
Let's go.
Like if we had a death match, let's not even say a death match. Let's say a film match, right?
Okay.
I think an interesting film matchup between the Coen brothers and QT. Because the Coen brothers are notorious for no improv. Anything that they write in their screenplay, their actors are gonna say it. They're not playing none of that shit on their set. From what I hear, I think from what I see with other actors, Quentin Tarantino is a similar kind of way. No improv. If it's in the script, let's get it. If you're gonna improv, talk to me about it. But like very stern directors and what it is that they're doing.
Yeah.
If you lock the Coen brothers, you lock QT on a set, who's coming out with the W, bro?
QT. I think QT.
QT.
Yeah, even like if you look at the filmography, QT's done more with less.
Yes.
Like these guys have a lot of stuff. Suburbicon, Hail Caesar, Gambit, True Grit. True Grit's amazing. Bad Santa. I mean, range wise, you know what? That's a tough question.
Wait, Bad Santa? They did that movie.
Yeah, they did Bad Santa.
Wow.
So range wise, they got QT, but QT has, I mean,
Stop.
Dogs, fucking Dusk Till Dawn, fucking Inglorious Bastards, fucking like everything is like a fucking in your face. Like there's a lot of stuff in here I've never heard of. Blood Sample, Husker Proxy,
right?
Inside Llewyn Davis, which I think is a
biography
documentary. Barton Fink. There's a lot of stuff I haven't heard of in here.
Miller's Crossing is a pretty good gangster movie, but I get what you're saying.
Okay, I see Miller's Crossing. Yeah.
So, but you ride with QT.
I'm riding with QT, but range, they got. I mean, Bad Santa was amazing dark comedy. They got him on range, but for what he did with the films, I mean, Inglourious Basterds. I mean, and that was more recent too. The Nazi killing group, like.
I'll say that this way: he's done what, less than 10 films. They got probably double what he has. And who are most people talking about?
QT.
I mean, they do talk about them, but not to the extent they talk about Quentin.
I mean, No Country for Old Men was
amazing.
Yes,
that was. I can watch that movie from beginning to end. But I'm inclined to agree. I just wanted to see where y'all was at with that. All right,
incredible. No, this and the range thing's crazy to me because True Grit, No Country for Old Men, Bad Santa, that should be 3 different people.
right.
That should be 3 different studios.
right.
So that's kind of crazy that's the same. That's dope that they're the same people.
Okay, so what is the best of QT and the worst of QT? What's the best and worst of QT?
Personally, I say Reservoir Dogs
as the best.
Is the best.
Okay.
And then
I haven't seen the Hollywood one.
I want to say either Death Proof or like the last 15 minutes of The Hateful Eight.
I've never seen Death Proof.
Oh wait, is he Death Proof?
Yeah,
Yes,
he did
Death Proof.
Proof.
Death Proof is his.
Holy shit!
I say
saw
Death Proof is probably his worst.
But yeah, it was supposed to be bad.
Okay.
It was supposed to be bad. It's
That was his
Grindhouse
B
movie.
movie. That was his B movie.
That's funny.
It definitely feels like a B.
I didn't
Okay.
know that was his.
Yeah, that was his. That was he did
Oh.
Death Proof.
But was actually bad.
I don't think
Ah,
objectively.
Hey, you said his worst. So
Oh, yeah,
I
I
had
got
to
his
pick
worst.
out
Yeah.
of all his stuff.
True.
I
I
think-
gotta look up his thing again. I haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but
I'm almost inclined to add True Romance into that because I love that movie.
Well, he
That's
wrote
basically-
True Romance.
I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it still
Tony-
feels like a Quentin movie for the most part.
Yeah.
For the
Tony
most part.
Scott.
It still feels
Tony-
like his movie.
Tony Scott directed that one. But yeah, I need to watch True Romance.
True Romance, bro. True Romance is good. It's good.
I need to watch.
I need to
True
get that in my Blu-ray collection.
Yeah, I definitely need to see that. My cousin told me about True
damn,
Romance.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill. We'll just say
Damn.
one because that's one movie.
Yep. So
God
Jackie
damn.
Brown. What else?
Django Unchained, Inglorious
Unchained,
Bastards,
Inglourious
Death Proof,
Basterds,
and
Death
then Once Upon a Time
Once
in
Upon a
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Okay, so I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was polarizing. That was polarizing. People either loved it or hated it.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was pretty good.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out.
It wasn't Inglorious Bastards. It wasn't Django Unchained. It was a little bit more tame, but it was still a good movie. Quentin Tarantino is a film. He's a mark. He's a film mark, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
different. It's weird because he's a purist in the same way that somebody like Nolan is, but I think he's more in line with like staying in his lane. Like Quentin Tarantino is never gonna do big time concept sci-fi type shit.
I wish he would, because I think he talked about was it Alien or Star Trek. I think he mentioned something about possibly doing Star Trek.
Well, he wanted to do Star Trek before JJ got in on it. He wanted to do like a rated R Star Trek, but it didn't fly.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if this was trolling or not, but he wanted to do Casino Royale,
Oh.
but like said he was only gonna do it. He was only gonna do it if they let him shoot it in black and white, and Pierce Brosnan was the star,
Oh.
which means that it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Which means clearly it wasn't gonna happen. But like
Oh,
the reason I'm asking you about QT is, in particular, like there really isn't much of a separation between, I think, the very best of what he's done and like his lower
You're right.
quality work.
I think you're right. Yeah.
And he stays in his lane. But for me, I think his very best was Kill Bill. Kill Bill was, and it's crazy because in 2023, I don't think you can make Kill Bill.
Man, which is unfortunate.
I don't think you could make Kill Bill. You could not make a movie about a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman that masters kung fu and then outdoes the masters of kung fu with kung fu. Like you can't do that now.
I don't think as many people would take it as seriously.
Say what?
I don't think as many people would take it as seriously as we did back then.
No, I'm saying people would be in their feelings about it though. They wouldn't
Oh,
like it.
okay.
I think people would be in their feelings about it because it'd be like, oh,
this is an anime.
yeah, like what is, but overall, I love Kill Bill. I think
I do too.
I feel like he would have more animated scenes now that you said it. If he did it right now, he would have
God.
actually got like a Japanese studio to do a scene.
But like there isn't really much of a separation, bro. Like between like Reservoir Dogs is great, Pulp Fiction is great,
Great.
Jackie Brown is great.
Yep.
You know, Kill Bill is great. Like what the fuck, bro? Like the only one that I think is the outlier is Death Proof because that was like a part of that Planet Terror double feature thing that he did.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think Death Proof is the bottom of the barrel there.
and even that is probably a very good film.
Yeah.
All right, so let's throw another one in here. Let's get another director death match here, right? So let's go.
Oh God.
Oh man. I mean, look, we on brand throwing Nolan in there, so we got to throw Nolan in the room. We throwing Nolan on the set, and we throwing JJ on the set, man. Who's coming out?
No,
Who's coming?
Fuck that mystery box bullshit.
Who's coming out? You know what I'm saying, or is that not a fair matchup?
Is it?
Nah,
I mean, who is a film matchup for Nolan?
I can't think of anybody modern.
Look, Nolan.
I can think of an older director, but not a modern.
Nolan was gunning for Kubrick.
That's what I was about to say.
That's who he was chasing.
Kubrick is like his
chases ghosts.
equivalent.
The only one I chased the two ghosts.
Oh man. All right, so we talked about this in the chat.
Okay. Wait, well, that's producing. Okay, let me take that out. Let me just look at director, because we had some stuff coming up for JJ here.
Uh-oh.
No, is he still in talks to do the Hot Wheels movie? Please, Lord, don't let him do the Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, that's
movie.
happening, bro. That's
Please
happening, dog.
You know, I'm cool with it if he only does the first movie.
Nolan.
Okay, easy work.
Ew, this is list? Yuck.
What now?
Who, JJ?
Yeah, what is it? Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Well,
Yeah,
look, and I'm not a fan of JJ, and we talked about him versus Michael Bay, which was a good matchup.
that is a good one. Yep.
But to be fair, I think JJ Abrams deals with more pressure because he's trusted to play it safe.
I agree.
He's trusted by the studios to do exactly what they want him to do. Even though I don't like that style, he's trusted to at least land the plane safely without any turbulence.
Yeah.
So I'll be fair there. All right, we'll throw another one out here then, man. Rian Johnson. Rian Johnson, rising star in directing, right? Rian Johnson also directed probably the highest critically rated episode of Breaking Bad, which I did not know. I didn't know he directed the Ozymandias episode of Breaking Bad, where they killed Hank out in the desert. Was directed by Rian Johnson.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Didn't even know that. Like Rian Johnson versus Jordan Peele. They step on the set.
It's Rian Johnson. It's Rian Johnson. I give Jordan Peele maybe 2 movies that are very good. Maybe 2. And it's Get Out, obviously, and then it's a flip up between Us. I can't give Us and Nope very good film. One of them would have to take a backseat to the other.
Okay, but we riding with Ryan. Oh,
I would have to go Rian Johnson for sure. Knives Out, a sequel to Knives Out, by the way. Knives Out twice. Controversial, but a controversial Star Wars film.
I say Peele.
But before that, the beautiful indie Where the Wild Things Are, right? That was him?
Oh, he did a live action version of that?
I believe so.
Let me see. I know he did a monster movie. I know for sure he did a monster movie.
That might be Where the Wild Things. Right.
Hold up, man. Let me see here. Rian Johnson. Let's see. I mean, look, I'm off the strength of him doing that episode. No, he did Looper.
Oh, yeah, it's Rian Johnson.
He did Looper, and he did 2 episodes of Breaking Bad, man. And like I said, the highest acclaim, like Ozymandias. The Ozymandias episode of Breaking Bad is like on people's list of greatest television episodic one-shot TV episodes of all time.
Yeah.
Like, and he directed that. You know what I'm saying? But we ride with Ryan.
I guess he didn't do Where the Wild Things Are.
All right. Well, I mean, but that's cool. He still did Looper.
He did Looper, yeah. I'll give him that for sure.
You know
I'll give that over Peel.
Yeah, I'll give it to him, but only just barely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now we gonna run it back a little bit. We're gonna go back to the 2000s on this one here.
Oh
man.
Lord, here we go.
We going Peter Jackson.
Ah!
Peter Jackson with
Evil
the
bastard.
with the glasses, the beard, and the gut.
Bring it back, baby.
Versus
You like JJ out talking.
versus Guillermo del Toro. Glasses, beard, and a
They're
gut.
the same guy.
I'm about to say they basically
dare you.
twins.
What we
All right,
doing?
let's take a look at the list. Producer, director.
Who's stepping off of the set with the W?
The Hobbit. He has the three. The Lovely Bones. King Kong. Damn. That's it? All right. He peaked.
Oh.
Somebody peaked. All right. What's the other one? Guillermo del Toro. It might be Guillermo.
We'll say Guillermo has the more eclectic movies.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
we doing Peter like that?
I think so.
Oh, we getting
All he
Peter.
really has is Lord of the Rings and King Kong.
Look. Those are two heavyweights, right?
I know.
Labyrinth?
Say what?
Pan's Labyrinth that had me in my it's Del Toro. Hellboy,
Blade 2.
Blade.
Ooh,
It's Del Toro. It's Del Toro.
I say the same.
It's Del Toro.
I say the same.
Oh, why is Del Toro on? Oh, why did Del Toro write on The Hobbit?
Yeah,
Oh.
Del Toro. It's funny. See, Charles, this is why I mentioned that, right?
He off his plate.
Del Toro
Fixing his plate.
Del Toro was supposed
Not
to
only
do
did he do his own shit, he assisted him with his own shit. Okay.
Del Toro was supposed to do The Hobbit.
Okay.
He was supposed to do The Hobbit. And
That would
then
have been different.
he was supposed to do The Hobbit. Like that was his shit. Peter Jackson was gonna be like the executive, but Del Toro was supposed to be the guy in the chair on The Hobbit.
Oh yeah, I give it to Del Toro.
And I mean, look, I mean, yeah, okay. Peter Jackson did 10-10, but I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to support his case. I'm just trying. Oh no, let's see, he produced 10-10. Well, Spielberg
I was
technically.
about to say that's Spielberg. I'm about to say that's a Spielberg movie.
Spielberg wrote notes for his AD.
But we don't know who actually
He was on vacation.
We don't know. I mean, look, the producers on 10-10 were Spielberg, Peter Jackson, and Kathleen Kennedy. So we don't know who was
Here we
actually
go.
on the set, right?
That group chat must have been lit.
So we Del Toro's walking off the set.
Yeah,
if we do that. Okay.
And the Shape of Water too, right?
Yeah, he did the Shape of Water.
Yeah.
The Shape of Water was that was good. Yeah. The Shape of Water was really good, bro. Yeah. That was better. I didn't think I'd be entertained by that movie at all.
Me neither.
At all. But like The Shape of Water kind of captured like that was like damn, this is gonna be kind of wild what I'm gonna say here, bro. But like that was like soft core Lovecraft. If there was,
that's exactly what it was.
That's the perfect way to describe it.
That was. I almost want to say a fucked up joke, but I'm gonna keep it.
That was soft core Lovecraft, but he made. I mean, that was a pretty basic story, but like Shape of Water was a damn good movie. So yeah. So he's walking off the set there. All right, let me see if I can throw one more out here, man. Yeah, you know I'm saying. Let me see if we can pull one more out of here. All right. Let's see here. What other directors got a name out here right now?
I mean, there's one I'm thinking of, but he only has one film really. But it's a badass film. So there's a one film director that can go up against George Miller.
Whoa.
Is there one film director that can take on George Miller?
He ain't ready for George. He ain't ready for George, bro.
Fury Road.
All right, what we got?
One film director. Let's
Dennis?
put Let's put him
Dennis?
up against who?
Dennis and George Miller?
Ooh! Damn. Okay.
Is Denis ready for George Miller? Is he ready for that smoke?
Damn. Shit, he popped out 4 movies in between George Miller popping out one. Just off numbers alone. But none of his movies are as big as Fury Road was. Fury Road was like, everybody was like, witness me.
Oh,
Right.
Get out my face. People were screaming out the cars, witness me.
Hey, yo.
Y'all need to stop.
I mean, hey, you're right. Yo, Furiosa 2024.
Yeah. And
Oh, that's
Fury
still
Road came
happening.
out
I was
when?
literally going to ask. Is that
2014?
still...
Literally 10 years in between films.
May 24th of 24. Anna Taylor.
That's going to be pushed back. That's going to be pushed back. That's all.
Oh man, Warner Brothers is trying, bro. I think this is a prequel. Yeah, it's a prequel.
I think I'm gonna give it to Denny. Though none of his films yet have been as big as Fury Road, I can't discount what he did with Arrival.
Yeah, he's been working.
I can't discount those.
He been working, man. You respect what because the one joint that George Miller did last year kind of flopped. That 3,000 Years of Longing. Like I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, that's a good point. I even forgot about that. You see, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing about that. Yeah, like that came and went. I mean, yeah, George Miller did Happy Feet. Originally, Warner Brothers was gonna have him do the Justice League before they went all in on Snyder, but I mean that's all woulda, coulda, shoulda at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know, before we go,
yeah.
How do y'all feel about the idea of Denzel Washington and Jackie Chan? If that was to happen,
well, I mean, like,
if
inside
that was to happen for Fast 11.
Well, they already tried to get Denzel to be in a Fast movie. He was supposed to be, I think he was supposed to be Mr. Nobody, the Kurt Russell's character. I think they wanted him to be that character, but he was, turn it down. At this point, leave it alone. Like, I mean, Denzel Washington is cool as the equalizer, but it's too late in the game to bring him into the fold of what they're doing in Fast and Furious.
So you saying that it won't make for a fire ass dumpster movie that you go in? Like,
that's not enough.
And watch.
It's too late in the game now, bro. We already got The Rock. We already got Jason Statham. The only one that didn't pull up was the only ones that didn't pull up to the Fast series were Arnold and Sly. They're the only ones that didn't pull up, bro. Like,
that's true.
And with Jackie Chan again, like I think they are the two of them. The two of them have too much. They bring too much on the table to be brought into that franchise this late, even if it's just to have fun with it.
Okay. What do you think, Charles?
No, I think you're right. I'm wondering. Well, yeah, there's too much.
I think so too, but I'm just thinking at this, it's already proven that it's just a really good dumpster fire that you go watch. The spectacle is watching all the cars crash.
It's
while you're sitting in the stadium.
Denzel carries the entire Equalize franchise by himself. Like,
right?
How do you share air? How do you share air with 10 other people? It's just like,
yeah.
One, he won't do it.
That looks different. That looks different.
But that's a different movie.
Yeah, that looks very different, man.
Like, why are you doing this, Toretto? Huh? Because you lost your father? Huh? Because you lost your father. Now it's a deep movie about the loss of his father. Like,
I'm not
even about cars. Is it going to be 2 hours of a therapy session with Denzel?
Yeah, like that would look.
Hey, Dom goes to therapy.
Dom goes to therapy. And this was all in his head. The last 10 movies.
Like, bro, it would just.
He's in an insane asylum.
It would just look different. It would look way like the scale, the power scaling would be.
Yeah.
The power scaling would be too off. And then if you get Jackie Chan in there, I just think Jackie Chan is too good at what he does. It'd be like a step back for him. He'd be almost slowing himself down for that type of action that they're doing.
Is he still moving like that? Like
A little bit. I saw his last movie with John Cena.
Jesus Christ.
He still got it a little bit.
He'd be slowing himself down in order to, like, what he's capable of as an actor and in that lane of action would have to be slowed down for what we're doing with the Fast and Furious franchise.
What happened to Tony Jaa? Wasn't he supposed to take over?
Ooh, where did Tony? Yeah, what happened to Tony, man? I'll tell you what happened.
He's still around. He's still doing stuff. But.
Okay, he was in Ong Bak.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
or just 2.
I think
there were 3. There are 3.
IP Man shut that shit down, bro.
Oh,
IP Man shut that shit down, bro.
Ip Man did take his thunder. Ip Man took his thunder.
You're right.
Donnie
that was right before Ip Man blew up.
It
was before Ip Man blew up.
Tony Jaa was doing all of that.
He was going to be Jet Li. He was about to be Jet Li.
He was about to be the damn.
Yeah, Tony, you're right. What happened? Tony Jaa was supposed to be that guy, and Ip Man just came in and shut that down.
Wow.
Shut it
Donnie
down.
Yen makes sense.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen would make sense for Fast and Furious. But
right. Donnie, I agree.
That would be a better choice. That'd definitely be a better choice.
Yeah. And he's still moving too.
Oh man. You got the Nokia.
Oh, that's his burner phone.
Yeah, that's the bat phone, right? My man
FBI is in.
That was the bat line right there. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't want to see Jackie Chan in the Fast and Furious movie, bro.
They should honestly just wrap it up with what they got. Don't add no more people.
It's
supposed to be the last one, right?
Yeah, it's too late in the game for that shit, bro. Like,
don't add no more people, man.
I mean, yeah, bro. Overall, man, you know, it and I forgot, even Fast and Furious underperformed over the summer as well, bro. But
did it hit a Billy worldwide? Let's see.
I don't think it did, man. Let's see here.
If it
10, Fast X.
X.
Oh man, 340. Oh, 300.
Domestic?
No, that was the budget. That might be a split budget.
That was the budget.
I think that's a split budget. Movie. I think that was a split budget between part 1 and part 2, though.
Yeah, they're at 720 right now.
I mean,
they're not gonna make it.
Nah.
I think they're like at across the universe numbers.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, for the rest of the year, I don't know what it's looking like. Streaming wise, I still need to see Twisted Metal. I still got to see Twisted Metal.
Me too.
I gotta watch a few more episodes, especially after I found out one of my favorite characters is in it.
Okay. I want to take. I do want to take some time to see that. The Continental actually looks okay. That doesn't look terrible.
Okay.
Yeah. That's gonna get watched. I'll say that.
That doesn't look terrible. They're doing kung fu. They're doing a lot more hand-to-hand combat and all of that, but that looks okay. Other than that, man, I don't know what else.
Watching the Silo.
The Silo.
Yeah. That's a no.
I watched The Invasion, which is basically an American War of the Worlds.
Okay.
Whack, huh?
Bruh.
Whack or overdone?
Because they did. So there's obviously the War Worlds movie, Tom Cruise. Then there's a British War of the Worlds, which is about 2 or 3 seasons. So the British one, which is kind of based off that Tom Cruise movie, they're doing an American version of the British one.
That's a lot. That's doing a lot.
But yeah. But I'm watching Silo right now. Very strong first 2 episodes, and they start padding. Like, I'm like, bro, you guys pacing. If this is your big twist, keep it for the end. Man. Why don't you understand this? So the Silo, they're all stuck in some a silo, and they're trying to figure out if the outside world is still there or not, or something. I'm like,
Oh, okay. So this is Lost. All right.
yeah. So like,
Okay.
what happens when the expectation of what we think is outside doesn't match because you've built it up for 8 fucking episodes? So TV wise, I don't know. I want to check out Twisted Metal. I'll probably check that out. There's another show.
Damn, they got a good cast too, man.
Oh yeah, they got money.
Apple TV, yeah.
Twisted Metal. Then there was another show. Yeah, I think that's it. That's out, right?
Yeah, and I'm wondering. I wonder how much the strike has to do with some of that stuff too. But that's inside baseball. Like that's stuff that we're not really privy to.
You mean like this shows we're getting now?
As far as stuff not getting released and things not being in production and all of that, I'm wondering how much that plays into it.
I don't
Probably
even know
not
what
much.
show I'm excited about anymore.
Right. Like, yo, it's wild because I just went to see my mom, bro, and it's weird how TV has changed the way that it has. Like, streaming kind of fucked up TV, bro.
Oh, most definitely.
Like, my mom started watching Suits. Have y'all heard of that?
I heard that's been blowing up even more.
Yo,
I heard that's been blowing up way more on streaming.
So, bro, like that's in the top 10 on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
It's in the top 10 on Netflix, right? So I'm at the crib. I'm with my mom. She's zoning out watching it. And it's like, yo, this is a show that premiered in 2011 and ended in 2019. They got that big boost in viewership when Meghan married the prince, right?
Yeah.
But I'm watching it with her. My mom had no idea that this was a show from last decade because of the way that it looks. Because of the way I only watched maybe 2 or 3 episodes with her. But I think, and Charles, you're a pen guy, and D. Smith, you're a pen guy as well. The difference in a show like that is that it looks like it could be going on in 2023. The characters are talking like they are in 2023. They're making references to things. They're making Game of Thrones references on the TV show. They're making references to Mad Men on the TV show. They're making references to athletes and sports and things that just regular people talk about in day to day. And everybody looks like they fit in with now. Like they still got iPhones. It doesn't look dated for one. It's important for a show to not look dated, but the dialogue is there.
Snappy.
The dialogue is there, and it's like, yo, this was on for 8 years on the USA Network.
they were dropping a few gems. They were dropping a few gems. I love the way you
said that at the end.
For 8 years on the USA Network. But you think with the way things are now, there's no show that's going to be on for 8 years. You're not getting an 8-season run out of anything.
Unless it is like shooting out of the gate consistently,
right?
Then no,
right? Because
absolutely not. Maybe 3 seasons if they're lucky.
Well, COVID fucked some things up, but that's the one thing that seemed interesting to me about that show that my mom was watching, because I'm sure when it was on, we knew it was on, but nobody was really like tuning in.
I knew people that were talking about it, but
right,
it was a mid-tier, a very good mid-tier show
of that era.
Decent,
of that era.
Of that era. That got decent.
That's just probably prime time right now.
Yo, because Charles, think about it, right? Because it premiered in 2011. Think about what that show was.
Dead, Game of Thrones, The Flash, like come on.
Breaking Bad. Think Mad Men. Think
House
about
Cards. Bro, what a horrible decade to launch a show.
Yo, like, right? Think about what this show was competing with.
Walking Dead. Oh, man.
On cable, not even just on cable, but all over the place, right?
Yep.
So, like, now it's like, damn, this is a show that's getting a second wind right now on
crazy.
Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Give Megan a check.
Because for real.
Megan the check.
Because straight up, it's almost like just going back to what we talked about before. It's almost like when you hear a song but don't listen to the lyrics, and then you listen to the lyrics and it's like, oh, hold on, man, let me
And you know what's funny? That's a confirmation.
Yeah,
The writing has gotten worse.
right.
Ooh, most definitely.
That's
That's
a confirmation.
Most
that's
We'll
definitely.
always say,
The
"Oh,
fact,
maybe we're
the
using
fact that I can't get through
nostalgia."
most.
They always say using nostalgia or the thing. It's out now. They're watching it now over what's out. So the writing's gotten worse. That's just it.
I agree.
It's a confirmation.
I agree.
All right, what were you saying, D. Smith?
No, I'm about to say, and somebody was saying this, and I agree with him. He says, you know that things have gotten bad when you find yourself going back to watch older shows. When you're not watching anything current.
Right. But even further than that, though, when you can watch a show from last decade
and it still be relevant,
timeless,
that feels like
that's crazy. That's great. That's great writing.
That's a testament. Like that's a testament to whoever was over at USA Network during that time and like really was pushing for that show to get that run like that, because there's a lot of shows that didn't get an 8-season run to really play out. But I mean, Meghan, Mary, and the Prince kind of gave that show a little bit of a boost. But like that, like I might have to like make time to really fuck with that, because my mom was like on season 4 of 8.
Wow.
So I can only imagine how good the quality of the writing was like in season 1. You know what I mean? So it's crazy how that works though, bro. But
my wife was watching it, and I didn't get into it, but I always saw the dialogue was dope.
Yeah.
But I always made fun of her that it would always be something like, and that's the end of it, and then somebody would walk out like every time. Like, but we don't have the tools, then we'll find them, and then they'll walk away.
Yo,
I made fun of it for that, but I knew that it was snappy. Like, they're lawyers. They're like,
right.
So I know it was good. You should check out this show. You probably already watched The Boss with Graham, the guy that played Beast in the first X-Men.
Oh shit.
Kelsey Graham.
Kelsey Grammer.
Is it Kelsey Grammer?
Is that the one he did with Martin Lawrence?
No, It's not a comedy. It's dark. Okay. It's like it's House of Cards on a mayor level.
Yeah, he looked like a serial killer.
Yeah,
he looks like a serial
Where's this
killer.
at? Hey, where's?
I think it was on USA as well.
He looks like a serial.
3 seasons, fire, like absolute fire.
Let's say, do you know where it's playing at?
Ah, shit. Let me find it.
You're right. Hey, he looked. It was on Stars.
It was on Stars.
Yep. It was on cable TV. Yep. So that didn't stand a chance. Didn't stand a chance, bro.
It's on Tubi right now for free.
Yeah. 2011. 2011.
Okay. Amazon Prime. And
hey, you said Tubi. That's good enough.
But fire. It was fire. It was a fire show.
No, but man, we on the same page here, bro. Like, what happened, man? Like, what happened to where there's so much more to watch, but there's nothing to watch?
We thought it was Heroes, but we kind of came back from Heroes with Walking Dead. And
speaking of the
you're going a little too far back, bro. You're going a little too far.
I think Heroes too far back. I think
because shit, the legend has it that writer strike ruined Heroes back in the 2000s.
Yeah, that was
we never recovered from that. So all the good shows supposedly were on streaming and cable now. So Netflix came in, they got shows. Then Walking Dead obviously saved the fucking TV verse. And Game of Thrones came through. But everybody else couldn't. I think consistency fell. I think there were a lot of promising stuff. NBC, what's that one? The Family? The dad died?
This Is Us. That was good.
Was consistent. I think it was consistency. I think consistency fell through.
Right.
Consistency fell through.
And HBO really hurt me because, like, I think COVID made a lot of the power brokers in television got smart after COVID. They learned that people are gonna binge watch your shows either way. As long as the content is there and they have something to be able to watch when they want to watch it, our production cycle doesn't really matter as much as it did before. So now you're not going to get House of the Dragon every year. You're going to get House of the Dragon every other year, and you're going to like it. You're going to like it.
Deal
right?
with it.
They pull on the Rockstar, the Rockstar treatment of it'll be out when it's out.
Yep, and you're gonna deal with it, right?
You gonna like they're gonna be it gonna be out when it's out.
You're gonna like
you
it.
Gonna like it.
You're gonna like it, right? People hated Game of Thrones for the way that it ended, but like they gave you like that was there was a breakup between season 7 and 8.
Yep.
But from season 1 to season 7, you got 7 straight summers of a consistent quality production value TV show that Absolutely. All you had to do was tune in and watch every single year with no break year, like when you're in college or whatever, right?
Yeah.
The price of the brick went up after COVID because people realized everybody's watching everything anyway. So when we put our shit out, you're gonna binge watch it regardless. So you're gonna wait 2 years for House of the Dragon. You're gonna wait 2 years to get the last season of Succession. You're gonna wait, even AMC did it. You're gonna wait 2 years to get the end of Better Call Saul because whatever. What are you gonna do about it? all you're gonna do is binge it on Netflix anyway. And the time that it takes in between us filming and releasing the show, you're just gonna go back and binge watch the entire show anyways. So we can treat you however we want to treat you, right? It's fucked up, but that goes back to the show Suits. Like that show was on for 8 consecutive seasons in a time where that steady production cycle for television mattered because you wanted the people from last season to keep watching. Like they don't got to do that shit no more, bro.
Oof. That's a good point. So that production cycle changing, did that affect the writer pockets too?
It's about to. I think about to.
That was part of it, right? Everybody was happy when they were having shows on 8 seasons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So is that part of what changed? That they're like, nah, fuck this. We're making what the fuck's the stream?
I think you're right. Because it's like, yo, if I gotta wait 2 years, if I'm a staff writer on Better Call Saul, I mean, the guy that's eating off of this is Vince Gilligan, but there's only one Vince Gilligan. In between that, what am I going to do? Am I going to leave Better Call Saul, or am I going to wait? Am I going to wait 2 years to get that call back to jump back on the writing staff, or am I going to take work over here? Or am I going to take work over here? You know, wow. There's a lot of shows. There are shows that come back from that hiatus that don't weigh the same when you put them on the scale, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like anticipation for something is good, but there is something to be said about the consistency in knowing that you're going to be able to watch what it is that you enjoy watching. Like that's a huge deal, bro. Huge deal.
And they're more enticed to do it now because if they don't have something to have that moment, you can either go through our back catalog or watch something else. Because if we're always throwing something at you, something's gonna stick.
Right.
Something's gonna stick to you.
Right.
At some point.
It's just, the haystack just keeps growing though. The haystack is getting wider and wider. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it's harder to find that needle in there, man. Like more shows are getting canceled early. I don't know. I've never heard of so many shows with great talent attached to them getting canceled as rapidly as they're getting canceled now, bro.
You're right.
There was another joint called Your Honor with Bryan Cranston that was on Showtime. Like that only got 2 seasons, but it premiered in 2020 and season 2 premiered in 2022 and then it got canceled. So you get 2 seasons in 4 years, but then it gets canceled anyway. And you got Bryan Cranston over here, bro. Like you got Walter White, like, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like Your Honor is a damn good show too, bro. Like more shows are getting canceled now. Like I just think there's too much shit out there, bro. Like what the fuck happened to TV, man? Seriously.
They all saw all the money Netflix was getting, and they said we got to get it. And they grabbed the bag and started cutting it open and just taking what they could get.
Okay, so like, what was the Flash and This Is Us were probably the last two shows like on network television that mattered.
That's crazy. Yep, you're right.
But they roll out. There's a rollout for new TV shows every single year on network television. But like, nobody's going out of their way to watch any of that, man.
Nope.
Law and Order, okay.
Yo, is that show you told me to watch with John Bernthal? Is that still on? The cop show?
That was like a mini series that HBO did. Yeah, that was.
Wait, is that the one where he was in the mafia? Or he was fighting the mafia?
No, I'm talking about you talking about Mob City?
Oh, that's the one. I haven't seen that in years.
That was like 2013?
That's when it went. Who made that again? I'm gonna have to look that up again.
That was on TNT. But
I actually remember loving that.
No, but the one Charles is talking about is We Own This City. That was on HBO last year. That was like a little mini series joint.
Dude, how do all this?
He said Mob City?
Yeah, that was on TNT. Okay. But like, because even like I was watching the NBA playoffs. There was a really interesting show that hit TNT that was like, yo, this looks like Tenet right here. It was called The Lazarus Project.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that
first episode. Cool.
Yeah, that shit look fire.
UK. It's a UK show.
Yeah, that look fire.
We watched that. It's funny. I mean, they have an interesting humor. It's funny. It's cool. The you know, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if the UK shows starting being hits over here because
it's happened.
I was watching Gangs of London. That was fire. And this Lazarus Project one also fire. It's like they have that dry humor kind of thing, but like they still kind of put serious shit in it.
Yeah,
it was funny. It was good.
And their writing is actually good.
Their writing is always on point, man.
Yeah, writing's always on point there.
I never got into Sherlock, man. Never got into Sherlock.
I tried a few times and I was like, nah, I'm good.
But like that was where Benedict made his bones, man. Right?
It was, man. I never got into Doctor Who either.
Nope. That's a little bit
too sci-fi.
But the guy, you know what it is? Gangs of London, the director did The Raid.
Oh, okay.
So those fight scenes where you flip a shit and the camera goes like, whoa, bomb. That's his shit. You flip it again and the whole camera goes like, whoa. So those fight scenes are dope in Gangs of London.
The UK, man, they really know what they're doing, man. Black Mirror was really at its best. Before like the Netflix bag kicked in and they got American talent to jump in when Black Mirror was like a UK sci-fi show, it was on point, man. That was when it was at its peak, dog.
Fire.
Man. Especially like now, nah, man. I couldn't even do it, bro. I'm not even.
I don't think we finished it. I don't think we finished this one.
Yeah, like it was a wrap after Bandersnatch. To me, like that would have been a good ending point for Black Mirror. They did just choose your own adventure type joint. It was fucked up. It was entertaining, but it should have been it after that. But you're right about the UK, man. They got good shit. They like it's almost like I don't know, man. I would love to know the writing process.
They're more traditional. See, and that's the problem now is a lot of writers, they don't know anything about old school traditional writing. It's more about them still being inspired by like more modern people and just what they learned in school.
Right.
Not taking in actual literature of like classic writers, which is part of the problem.
Damn, D. Smith.
There you go.
Damn, D. Smith.
That was a breakdown.
Yo, yeah, that's what's up, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, we hitting almost 3 hours. It's 10:30 where Charles is at. We almost at 9:30 here, man. That's a good good jump off point, man. I think we had a solid convo, man. Got to talk a little bit of hip hop, talk some TV, Turtles. This has been a good summer, man. We got a lot of content out over this summer, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm in the process of shooting Donovan some of the timestamps from all the lives that we had over the year. I think we'll probably be slowing down on going live over these next couple weeks, but you know what I'm saying? I got some things that we cooking up here, man.
All right.
Some shit that we cooking up here, bro. But what we got on the way out, D Smith?
Kingdom Come, by the book.
Hey.
By the book. By the book, especially if you're in Houston now, because you got a place to go buy it.
Oh man, that's what's up. What we got on the way out, Charles?
Yeah, man. Don't settle. Don't watch the trash out there. So they stop making it.
Well said. Well said.
Don't settle. Don't watch the trash out there. They'll stop making it.
This is gonna be a very rough fall going into like the third and fourth quarter of the year is gonna be rough as far as like TV and even at the theater. It's gonna be rough, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
I think we won't feel. I realistically think we won't feel the impact until February next year.
Right.
February, maybe March, somewhere around there. That's when we're gonna actually start feeling the empty can. Gonna start actually
them AI shows.
But
say what?
We're gonna be getting some of them AI shows.
Oh Lord, no, they're talking about getting stuff from overseas, brother.
Man.
Oh, that too.
More Korean shows.
Oh man, that's in. That's true.
It is, but bro, like I agree with you, man. Like, don't watch the garbage. If my mom tipped me off to anything here when I went to see her this past week, go back to the classics. Go back to the classics, right, man.
There's enough stuff that you can find some that you like that you haven't even seen before.
Exactly.
Waiting for you to find it.
Exactly. If the quality is there, there's no time limit on how good it can be, man.
You're right.
Like, there's no expiration date on anything that's quality. And I think with the dearth of some of the stuff that's out there, we might have some time to go back and revisit some of the classics here, bro.
I'm about that. I like that. It's a good idea.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Charles, your kids in school yet?
Yeah, they started this week.
Whoo!
Yeah.
This week?
This week, man.
Oh, man.
Very excited, though.
I dig it, man. But that's a whole new challenge right there,
it's
bro.
Crazy. School starts like early August now. I remember school was like a mid-September thing. Now it's like early August. Crazy.
It's always the second or third week from memory, at least that I remember.
Of August? Man,
yeah.
Maybe. It feels so early. Early.
But like, shit goes by too fast. I feel like it was Memorial Day 2 weeks ago, man. I swear. I feel like Memorial Day was 2 weeks ago, bro. But I mean, it's all good, man. You know what I mean? Something is gonna hit between now and the end of the year to give us something to talk about here, man. And when it does, we'll be here behind the scene podcast, summer 23 wrap up. On that note, shout outs to the director, Dion Donovan. Shout outs to D Smith, Charles, okingdomcome.com, Money Making Majin, Troy, Chaotic J. Who else we missing here? Arthur. Who else we missing here, man? Orion. The Mad Nucleus, even though he's ducking smoke.
Come outside, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
The Snyder Birds, where y'all at?
Word. But on that note, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.